I realize this is where you want to shake him and go, what is wrong with you? I get it, man.
I can vividly remember at least 2 times with my son where I'm like, this is the moment.
Yeah.
Right here. This is where you make a decision in life. You either go like a fork in the road. This is where you shake the baby.
Me too. It was that time, and it was Tuesday.
Yeah.
I'd shake Joey now if I could. Oh yeah. Babies, love them.
By the way, Gallon, there's nothing wrong with being drunk and getting asked to get off the plane. There's nothing wrong with that. Right? There's nothing wrong.
After you throw up on everything.
Hey, at least they didn't clap when I got off.
Yeah. This is so foreign to me. Like, I could never, ever. I don't think I've maybe twice had a drink on the plane in my life.
Well, it
really?
was it was at the end of a bachelor party, and I was hungover, and my buddy had the bright idea of drinking a little hair of the dog at the airport bar. And next thing I know, I'm getting asked to get off the plane.
The very first thing I do when I get to the airport is locate the bar.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't drink at the bar. I don't drink on the plane. Like, if I'm going to Vegas and I got a long flight, maybe I want to take a little nappy poo, I'll be like, all right, give me a Jack and Coke or something. But there's no.
Yeah.
Not a double? You don't go for the double? No?
I'm not trying to get drunk on the plane because I've seen drunk people on the plane. The one time that I was in second row first class and this guy was in first row first class, and it was like the plane was kind of descending, so there were no more drinks or whatever, and the guy starts talking to the flight attendant, and he's like, so are you in a relationship? And I'm yelling it where we can all hear it. She's in the cabin over there putting stuff away, and he's like, what are you doing when you land? That's the guy I don't ever want to be.
Yep. You know? I wasn't that guy. I was puke guy.
Even worse.
I think puke guy's worse.
Yeah, now the plane stinks, and everyone has to just smell your vomit
this
for
little
5
kid can't
hours.
hold his liquor.
Yeah, but in all fairness, like, I didn't puke on anybody. It was just all on me. You know what I mean? So like,
that
I just
smell don't leave.
No, I folded up my shirt. And
Where would you say my memory ranks? Good memory or bad?
Yeah, I would say you're
Wait, you?
50-50.
60-40.
I mean, I'll tell you what I did 30 years ago, but I honestly can't remember anything we've done on the show or any of that stuff. My sister is insisting that we went on a plane together.
You have a sister?
My sister's insisting we were on a flight together, and I made her sit next to a quadriplegic guy. Like we had to break up, and I said, well, you sit next to the stranger, and he was a quadriplegic. And at one point, he asked her to clip the spoon into his thing, and she had to put the spoon in, and she's like, I can't believe you did that to me. I'm like, I don't remember this.
That
And
sounds
she's
like something you would do.
100%. I just don't remember.
Also, totally believe that you don't remember.
Yeah, listen, I totally believe that it happened. I don't remember doing it. And I don't remember where we were going.
Did you say how long ago this was?
No.
2 weeks.
Yeah, she's making it up.
No, because everybody else backed it
up. 2 weeks ago.
Everybody else backed it up. I love that Mike Cernak, the best engineer ever. I texted him and I said, hey, my thing isn't working to log in. And he said, reboot it. Like, I didn't reboot it. The protocol is reboot it first. It doesn't work, then call engineer.
Did you blow into it?
Yeah. So
did you shake it?
He said reboot it. And he's been working on it for 20 minutes now, trying to fix it. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Dude, he pulls up because he's remotely working on my computer, so I can see what he's doing.
He goes in the back end.
He's opening pages that I didn't even know existed, like things on the computer. I don't know what this is.
When he does that and he goes in and he types in RX39 dash colon blah 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 and like all this stuff off the top of his head too. It's not like he's copying and pasting or looking at the thing. He's doing it all off the top of his head. That's amazing.
That's why he's in a bad mood all the time. His head's too full. His head hurts.
Binary code in his head.
And that's probably the 10th laptop he's had to hack into that day.
Yeah, and I'm hitting him up at 5:58 in the morning. Sorry, Mike Cernak.
I love you, Mike Cernak.
Thank you. Anyway, we got a lot of things happening. What else? We went to Saigon Kick on Friday.
Yeah, that was great.
Can we make some observations about that?
Absolutely, because I think we're about to make the same observation.
Well, no, I don't think so.
Okay.
But maybe, I don't know. But first of all, Spanish. Remember Chris Angel?
Oh yeah.
I saw him and I made up with him.
Oh.
Yeah. He was like I went to go give him a fist bump and he looked at me and he was like, no. And I go, come on, let's just make up. And he goes, all right, I'll be the bigger man. And I said, thank you. And we fist bump. I was like, I don't really know. I had heard that you had started with Pap, and I can't believe it.
Still, Michael, is he?
What's that?
Is he still mad?
He's not mad at you.
Okay.
No. And I said, I think we had a big misunderstanding because they were nice people and they're always supportive of the show. I hated to leave that out there.
Right.
So
Was he wearing his fishnet shirt?
No, but he was wearing a nice. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. I thought about this. He was wearing like a denim top with no shirt underneath it and sleeves, and I go, that's ridiculous. I go, but if I had his body, I'd probably wear that too. Yeah. Walking around with a hot chick with you all the time.
Yeah.
She does all the stuff you want her to do.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So we made up. Anyway, that was one thing. The other thing was, well, I want to know what your thing was.
That actually ties into my thing. Hey people, stop wearing the stuff. Stop wearing what you wore when you were 25. It is wild what people think they can get away with.
I wonder if some people are doing it for nostalgia. Yeah, their old Saigon Kick shirts.
I have a feeling a lot of them think that, all right, I'm still doing it.
Yeah.
I'm putting it out there. Yeah.
What kind of stuff?
Oh, just like stuff that you're spilling out of and too short, too tight, too showy,
You're
too
not 25.
much. Yeah, it's wild. It is wild.
Oof.
To the point where I go, what am I?
Are these my people?
Yeah. What's happening?
My first observation is Moose.
Yeah.
You talked to Moose?
Yeah.
He didn't talk to me. He texted me from there, but it was 5 feet away from me and wouldn't say hi because he was with stupid fat Ken.
Well, did you say hi to him?
No.
Yeah, so that's the same
I
thing.
didn't see him. I didn't
Well,
see
how'd
him.
you know he was
5 feet away from you? Would you
Because-
feel his presence?
I'll tell you, because you walked over and you said that you just talked to Moose, and then Pete said he's over there with Ken. And I went, oh, okay. I didn't even look over there. But I was like, oh, that's
No.
Yeah, I walked out the door and
Snub.
Moose was there anyway. I'm like, hey, man, I went over and said hi to him and talked for a minute and stuff.
dare
and,
he.
Yeah.
So anyway, question. What would you say is the comfort level of your seat at the Capitol Theater?
It was fine.
Dude. I put it this way. I could sit in the seat. It's tight, but I could sit in the seat. But also my shoulders, my arm, any arm fat that I have, everything is in 2 seats away from me. Like they're so next to each other.
Oh, yeah.
So
It looked like you were up in the Abraham Lincoln.
I'm getting there. So I was sitting. My seat was seat number 1 against the wall, and I thought, well, this isn't so bad because I only have to impede on one person, and that's Pete. And then Pete will have to fat impede on the seat next to him. And we went, and the fattest guy in the whole place besides us was in our row too. I was like, they just put all the fat guys in one row. So we had to make the fat guy get up to let us in, and then we went and they let us in. And then right as the show started and the lights went out, the lady that works there came over and she goes, there's an empty box upstairs. Do you want to go up to the box? And I went, yes, I do. So me and Pete got to go up in the Muppet box. And in that thing, they had big seats that reclined and rolled around. I was like, this is the way to go. Nothing's better than sitting down for a whole concert. It was wonderful.
Oh, yeah. And Jason even said about people sitting down when he was in here. So it started, and the guy in front of me stood up, and I'm like, okay, I mean, I'm never going to say, hey, sit down at a rock show, but I was like, all right, well, sorry, people behind me, but he's standing up, so now I have to stand up, and then I'm blocking you. So sorry, but I don't know what to do here. Because I'm not going to tell him to sit down.
Yeah.
No,
and you have the option of standing as well. So I was like, all right. And I didn't stand for all of it. I stood for, a couple and then sat down and then stood.
I do the old sit on the closed seat sometimes. I can still see over the people in front of me. But sometimes at a concert, you just want to be standing up for it, and sometimes you don't.
Sure.
It worked out. So we're in the booth, just loving life. About an hour goes by, and some lady walks into the booth. She's got to be in her 40s, very attractive, and she leans over and hugs Pete from behind. And I go, look at this guy. He's not even looking at her. And the girls are coming over to him. The Sultan is attracting women. So then she gets up from hugging him from behind and starts rubbing his shoulders.
Oh.
And then she's rubbing his side. And I look at him, and he looks at me. And then she looks at me, and she runs away.
Ah!
She was in the wrong box.
Yeah!
Yes.
It was hilarious. Hilarious.
Just some other chubby guy that she was supposed to be rubbing.
Oh, it was great. I went, what? He looked at me. I go, who is that? He goes, I don't know. Oh, that's so funny.
That was funny.
Okay, so I had to yell at Jason Bueller after the show.
Oh.
During the show, he thanked the Mike Calta Show, Big Rig, and ZD all in one thing. He goes, I went out to support it and the Mike Calta Show and Big Rig and ZD and I said to him, I was like, how dare you lump me in with all of the? I go, you've been on the show twice now for this show alone. I'm the fan. How dare you? I go, you don't see Big Rig here, do you? Well, Big Rig was there.
Yeah.
All right.
You just didn't see him.
I didn't see him. No, but I actually
He was
did.
behind Moose.
I actually hung out with Big Rig after. He's a nice guy. He's so Big Rig and I know him from when I was a fan. You know what I mean? Like before I was even in radio. He's been here that long, and then we worked together for years. Never any animosity or anything like that. I always know when I see him, I could always say hi to him. And so we were actually talking for a little while, and his son and Pete's son play hockey, so they were yipping it up about hockey, and we were just hanging out. But you know who does not like me? Jesse Cage.
Oh,
Jesse
that's a
Cage walked
shame.
by, made eye contact, and kept walking. And then I went, what do I do? I always go, why? I mean, don't get me wrong. I had no interest in talking to him. I just realized.
You guys could have shared a cage wise.
That's what I was going to. As soon as he walked by, I was going to go, Cage Wiser?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I mean, maybe stuff like that. I forget. I looked at Pete. I go, Pete turned around and goes, he don't like you. And I go, I can't remember what I said. And he goes, I'm sure it wasn't good. And I go, probably not.
Don't be such a baby.
I think you're gonna be all right.
Like Big Rig, when Medicine Man calls and he says Big Rig is a what does he call him? Like a legend. And I go, just because he's been here a long time doesn't make him a legend. He's like old furniture. That's a joke. He doesn't care. He never says anything. And we're talking to Medicine Man.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong. I don't want to talk to Jesse Cage. Jesse Cage realtor. It did not work out
No.
for me. You know.
Well, maybe you're going to be in the market soon for a new house, and now you're screwed.
Yeah, I'll be. Well, somehow I think I'll be. I'll tell you though. There's a certain amount of ego that has to go on to do this job to maintain the personality to do it, and then there's a certain amount of ego you never want to get. That guy had that ego, man. He was reminiscent of 2 or 3 other people I used to work with that kind of ego.
Also the ego without the success is
Right.
delusion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it just
Delusion of
is.
grandeur.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Somebody who's like, we this, and you're like, who, what? Who
Yeah.
are you?
What you think is success.
No.
Your level of what you think you've become.
You mean they weren't there to see you at the Metallica show?
Yeah.
Anyway, babies, Carmen, they're the best.
Yeah.
I got to
These
tell
are the
you,
best.
when you said May 28th, I thought Cruise was right around the corner. Delta Cruise 18. It's right around the corner.
It's coming up.
I mean, it's going to be.
it's right here.
We're going to go. Can you believe?
Do we know the days? How many days to
It's
go?
11 months away.
This
Still.
year is flying by. The fact that
Speak for
we're almost
yourself.
done with May.
It started off slow, but then all of a sudden it picked up real quick.
Yeah.
317 days, 4 hours, 39 minutes, and 29, 28, 27 seconds.
Perfect.
All right.
Yeah.
I
Just,
like it.
I mean, it's going to be here before you
But
know.
see, we do things. I don't know about you. I do things by events. So right now we've got. I had Joey's graduation. That was the big thing. Then we're headed into 4th of July weekend. That'll be here before you know it. Then August is Joey's birthday. September is my birthday. Like it starts happening and you can't stop it.
Right.
It goes so fast.
Then it's
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah, and it's Christmas.
Yeah.
I mean, really, once my birthday passes, it's Christmas. Well, it's Halloween, then Christmas.
Yeah.
That's it. Once Halloween hits, it's over, and then the next 3 months are Christmas. Or 2 months. And then, of course, Joe's birthday.
Thank you, Michael.
That's right.
The older you get, the faster time goes. I've
Tell me
noticed.
about it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're older now than you'll ever be.
Yeah.
Whatever you say.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Do you remember the story I told you when I went to Penn and Teller one time and I sat next to an old man who was by himself?
Mm-hmm.
He was.
I have a very good memory.
I can't remember if I told you the story. He was an old man and he was sitting by himself. And for a second, I thought he was a plant because he kind of looked like a jackass old man when they put those masks on. And he said that he heard that these guys were cute, Penn and Teller, and he didn't really mean like attractive. He meant like that they were funny. And I started talking to him, and his name was Uncle Milton, and he was a multi-millionaire who got rich by creating the first ant farm that was for sale for kids, and then a line of educational toys. And there wasn't Google then on your phone and all that stuff. I mean, maybe it was, I don't know, but I couldn't look him up right away. But I remember I got to my laptop and I looked him up, and I was like, sure as hell, there's an Uncle Milton toys, you know. And No, I never remember seeing Uncle Milton toys in the store or anything like that. But he was a question in Jeopardy last night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was Uncle Milton invented these, blah blah blah. And I was like, oh, it's an ant farm. It's an ant farm. I remember.
So just people named Milton make games and stuff all the time.
Milton Bradley.
right?
At first, I said to him, I go, are you Mr. Bradley? And he's like, no, different. Uncle Milton was a line of educational toys. He wasn't messing around with dolls and stuff. He was
Did he
only
do the
there.
Slinky?
He did not create the Slinky.
What
He
about
did
the
not.
seahorses, Michael?
I don't know. Seahorses. What were they? What were those things really?
I don't know.
Shrimp?
Like shrimp,
You mean the
brine
sea?
shrimp,
I thought they were
think?
sea monkeys.
Yeah,
No,
sea
I don't
monkeys.
Sea monkeys.
I don't think you can say that anymore.
I
I
know
had
when
one
you
of
can
those.
say it. Sea monkeys we all had, and they were brine shrimp. So what did they do? Were they alive
Yeah.
when they were in the packaging?
No way.
Yeah.
I thought they were like dried out,
Yeah,
and they
but-
just
yeah,
floated
And
around.
then
put 'em-
I think the water
Really?
reanimated them.
Yeah,
or
activates them.
Yeah.
I thought they were just dried out, and you think they're reactive, but they're just
No,
specks in
I
your
remember
tank.
seeing them move, like
No,
their
yeah.
legs.
Yeah,
and
they
stuff.
move.
Give you the
Yeah.
microscope and everything. You got to look.
Sea monkeys are a hybrid of brine shrimp.
And monkey.
They're sold novelty pet for children, developed blah, 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 who was inspired by brine shrimp when he saw in a pet store while looking for a new product to sell to the mass market. That, by the way, that's Harold von Braunhut.
Ooh.
Who did that?
no!
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know how they actually.
How do they keep them on the shelf and then bring back
Well,
to
they
life?
didn't have it. You had to order them through the mail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had to order them through the mail, so they had to make it all the way through the
Yeah.
postal traveling just to get to your house to see if you can put them in water and bring them back to life.
I feel like by the time, I feel like I could bought them at like Walmart.
Oh, really?
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe
They're
now.
like microscopic
I remember
when they show up. And
Darren
then-
Heinz had them. Darren Heinz had them upstairs, and he ordered them through the mail. I remember he ordered them in the back of a comic book. Darren Heinz, the same kid whose mother made me go in the room while he was taking a dump, and I could still smell it today. He was taking a dump,
trauma.
and she goes, "He's in the bathroom." She was German.
He's
She's
told
like,
this before, Carmen.
"You can go
You
in
have
there."
bad memory.
And I went in there, and he was taking a wicked dump, and I had to stand in there, and I was like, "I don't want to do this anymore."
Brine shrimp are strong survivors. They have developed the ability to keep their eggs in suspended animation for years. That means these little creatures' homes got all dried up before a couple of years, and then the rain finally gives them some swimming area. They can hatch and grow again, doing their little flips and somersaults
Wow.
that everybody likes to watch.
Yeah. Oh, they're
That's
alive.
amazing.
They're
It's like a flea
I don't
circus.
like it.
I feel like my daughter's at the age where I could make something up with brine shrimp. Like I
Yeah.
could tell I created a new species,
Yeah.
or I saved an underwater kingdom or something.
Well, if you watch the Pop-Tart movie, there's a little bit about that
Yeah.
in there.
Sea monkeys. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did watch a Pop-Tart movie. I didn't think it was so bad. It was exactly what I expected it to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah,
That's
very easy watch.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
funny parts where you're like, oh, that's
It
funny.
was
Yeah.
cute.
Kids
Jim
were my favorite
Gaffigan,
part.
perfect, is the owner's son that
Oh.
took over.
I'll take Pop-Tart movie over Fall Guy any day.
Oh,
that
yeah.
movie
No.
sucked.
Yeah.
Was that bad?
Yeah,
huh?
Ryan Gosling's good and everything, but it was just
That's too bad.
It was
It's
terrible.
boring. I bailed.
Yeah.
I
Also-
bailed halfway through.
Also, Emily Blunt, unlikable.
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 I
It's her
don't. I
face.
wouldn't fight through a fire for her. I'll tell you that. Yeah.
Hey.
Did anybody watch the new that Jennifer Lopez movie?
I did.
about
Atlas?
the AI.
It's so funny you say that because I got in bed with the remote and I hit the button. I turned on and all of a sudden this movie came on and I went, "What did I hit?"
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, maybe this is a sign from God. It said starring Jennifer Lopez, and I went, "Nope."
I did not watch it because I watched Tires again.
I did watch Tires
Yeah.
again too.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't only make it through a couple episodes, but it was very fun.
If you have not watched it, it's on Netflix. It's Shane Gillis. And they're short episodes, but already renewed for season 2.
it's funnier the second time you watch it.
Yeah, it's great. There's so many different little things in there for sure.
Yeah.
I appreciate it if you would stop the one thing about that guy's hands. I can't unsee
Oh,
it.
I
now.
know.
told you,
ruined
right?
that.
I
You
told
ruined that
you.
for me.
Yeah,
I told you.
The whole time I was like, "What?"
When you watch it, the owner's son, that's like the
Yeah.
manager of the shop, whatever, he's got his hands are all like
The crip shot up.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch
Yeah.
whenever you
Oh
see
no,
it.
I didn't notice that.
and,
Yeah.
and that guy looks so much like a puppet. It's not even funny. when Stavi goes, "What do you do around here?" Whatever, and then they cut to him out back dancing for shade. He looks like such a little puppet. He's like,
All right.
"Oh, it's so funny."
It's pretty good. It's
Yeah.
pretty funny.
Oh my god.
Joe, what'd you do? Anything good this weekend?
Yeah, we've been preparing the house for the Sweet 16 this weekend.
Oh,
man.
wow.
So
Daddy
yes,
dear.
Oh,
that's
come
what I had to
on.
do. That was
By
my
preparing,
weekend.
you meant get Spanish out of there?
Yeah. I'm spending the night somewhere.
You got to
Saturday
take down
night.
a lot of the memorabilia.
Yeah.
No. We've we got everything organized, so it's going to be good. That's how come I have not responded to to Joey's birthday party because on Saturday,
Congratulations.
on Saturday we're having the party, and then there's going to be a bunch of teenage girls staying the night at my house.
Oh.
So Anthony and I
What
are
a creep.
You should not be there
Yeah.
for that.
I'm
all right. I
leaving.
might not.
I should.
It's
be there
weird
for
because that's normally Friday night.
Yeah.
But, now they're doing it on Saturday.
Yeah.
You guys
Ladies, stay away from that area. That's where I pee.
You guys went really extreme. You went from dude night to 16-year-old girl.
Yeah.
You going to bring in the urine-soaked mattress from outside so they
Yeah.
can have a place to
There
lay?
is
Damn
no
right.
such thing, Gio. So you can shut up.
We're
The
bringing
mattress
that
was
in.
there.
We're bringing it
It's
in.
not
yeah.
there anymore.
Oh,
so how about
good.
that? Yeah. You keep asking about it. It hasn't been there for like 3 years. But
That's not
keep
true.
asking about it.
Speaking of,
Yes.
Junk Jockey's coming here today.
Oh.
That is today, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
What do we got? What do
I
we
made a
got?
pile.
Are they going to get
It's not
rid
a
of a
lot.
bunch of stuff that doesn't work anymore?
I see what you're doing. I see. I feel your look, Calvin. I can feel it.
A lot of wires.
That implies it worked at one time. Wait, Joe. So the Sweet 16. When's Joey's party? Is that this
It's
weekend?
Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
gotta pay attention to that. Who is going? Are you going?
I don't think so.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you. I gave you the out.
Right.
Are you going?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I knew you were. That's
the
good.
thing.
Yeah.
You,
All right.
are you going?
I was almost coming this past Sunday.
Oh, really?
Oh, all right.
Well, let me know.
Yeah.
I don't know why my wife needs to know who's coming.
He got me so good this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Because we were texting about some other stuff, and then he's like, "Are you going to Mike's tomorrow?" And I went, "What's at Mike's tomorrow?" And he goes, "Ooh, somebody to get an invite." And I just wrote back,
I'm like, "Never
"Okay."
mind.
Yeah, all I could muster was an okay.
Carmen, are you guys coming?
Yes, we are.
All right, good.
I love doing that whenever they do something where everybody's supposed to like get the same prize or amount or something. Everybody got a little thing, whatever, and I go, I can't believe $5,000. I only got 100. What? Oh, I don't know. Sorry. Whatever.
Not cool,
Should have
man.
been cooler.
Not cool.
Yeah, so I got we initially, like, I guess all these kids have, we have a grid of graduation parties. Like Joey, it's Tuesday, 3:00. Joey's at this house and he's at this house. All these kids have I'm going broke.
Well, so that brings me to my question: is what me and Joe were talking. What do we get Joey for graduation?
You guys don't have anything.
I mean,
Amazon
But
gift card, couple
Can
of
I
joints.
just point out, how old are you? How old are you?
I am 36.
And how do you not know what to get a graduate?
So I was going to get him money, but so I was
First
going
off,
to ask him.
number
why,
one,
why
money.
are you getting so upset? Why are you getting so upset?
Because I don't
This is ridiculous.
understand
It's like
how-
6:30
Like, why are you
in the
asking
morning.
this question?
That's why I'm upset.
Because I want to know if Mike had any good advice about what to get his son.
Is
his
this your
kid-
first graduation party?
Yeah.
But also, is this your
Yeah.
first time on
It's
Earth?
my first graduation party. No,
Didn't
I know
you have
money.
one?
Well,
Yeah.
So this isn't your first.
It
Idiot.
is the first one I go,
Listen.
God damn, y'all are angry as hell,
I
man.
always-
You guys need some help at your home life.
You
Jesus
need help.
Christ,
Clearly,
bro.
you're asking
That is
for
so
help.
much anger.
I just don't understand it.
Oh my
I mean, how
God.
did you get here?
God.
I'm
What do I
telling
do?
you.
Turn the car on? do I
I
turn
feel
it
bad,
on?
but you guys are a delight
You
at
don't
home,
need to
man.
get. You don't need to get him anything.
Yeah.
You don't need to get him. Nobody's expecting you to get him anything. Bobby called me. He goes, "Oh, Joey's graduation. I gotta send him some money." I go, "You don't have to send him anything, Bobby." He goes, "Yeah, I gotta go, Bobby. You don't have to send him anything." I go, "I gotta go to Jake's graduation tomorrow and Pete's son." He goes, "Well, what are you giving him?" I go, "Oh, like $2,000." And I go, "Like maybe like 2,500." And he goes, "What?" I go, "Hey, he's my godson." And he's like, 2,500. I go, probably just $2,000. And he's like, I'm not sending yours on $2,000. And I go, all right, you're cheap. What can I tell you? He was perplexed. He was like, $2,000. I didn't give him $2,000. For those of you who are about to complain about it, I was making a joke.
Gave him $3,000.
Gave him $3,000.
And a fridge.
You don't have to worry about getting him a gift. He's be more excited that you guys come.
I'm very excited to go. Yeah, I was
Get him
talking to him about it
drugs,
last week.
Santa.
Don't get him drugs.
Get him
mushrooms.
Don't get him drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hands
get him
off.
drugs
Don't get him
and a little
drugs.
cash.
There, we
That's
have
what all kids want. Drugs and cash.
the kegs are full.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
There is going to be, I think, a frozen drink machine.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then we initially, my wife we were going to have a bartender
Oh.
and a DJ. I contacted the kid that DJs. I think he did my sister's thing, whatever. AR Smooth, good
Yeah,
kid.
yeah.
And I was like, hey, can you do this date? Can you hold a date? He's like, yeah. Then I find out, then it's like expensive. It's like $500, but which is fine because that they deserve to get paid. I'm not saying, but then my wife's like, no. And I'm like, what do you mean no? And she's like, we're going to have a lot of adults here and we don't need the music and the DJ. Just put an iPod on. I was like, okay, then that's what we're doing. So,
You sound so disappointed.
well, I mean, like we went from DJ and bartender to frozen drink machine and iPod.
Yeah.
Oh, bartender
AI
out
has to-
too?
Bartender's out.
Oh.
You have to make your own drinks.
That's all right, Michael.
I'm not coming.
Joe will make
Really?
the drinks for everybody.
Yeah.
I'll make drinks for everybody.
Yeah, and
There'll be
he's a great
food,
DJ.
Carmen.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm back in.
Oh,
At one point, Amanda was like, we should just get chicken from Huey Magoo's. And I went, no one's going to be mad at that.
Nope.
No
Yeah.
one will be mad at that.
so good.
Yeah.
I've been there 3 times since they
Magoo's?
Yeah.
It's so good.
It is really good.
Listen, the funniest thing is Huey Magoo's pays us nothing.
Yeah.
We're not, we have no reason to try to tell you that something is good if it's not good. And it is just good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
So good. We're going to drink more of that blue cheese when we get some.
Wait,
yeah.
don't
Okay.
drink blue
I had a
cheese.
fight with Amanda last week.
Real quick, when you eat chicken, do you put it in your mouth or you sit it on your head? What? How do you?
Oh, man.
That's you, Spanish.
Oh,
Just want you to
good
make
one,
sure
Corinne.
you know.
Oh, with the backup. Thank God.
Wow.
Got him.
Huey Magoo's, everybody. Thank you very much. All right, let's take a break. When we come back from break, Carmen will tell you what we have to give away. I know we have new tickets, and then we'll play Sporkle. It's Tuesday, don't forget. It's not Monday, it's Tuesday, which means Dom will be here in the 9 o'clock hour to take your legal calls. And we got a whole bunch of stuff to give away. We'll find out what that is next when we play Sporkle. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Boat. Anyway, Carmen,
Yes.
what are we giving away today?
We got a bunch of stuff. We have tickets for Tyler Childers, Steve-O, Journey, Slash,
Journey. When is
Journey
Journey
and-
coming?
with Def Leppard in Orlando,
Oh.
July 10th.
Galvin went like this.
30 Seconds to Mars, Imagine Dragons,
Mhm.
and the Marley Brothers.
Mm.
A lot of great tickets. A
All
lot
right.
of stuff.
Let's do it right now. A little bit of Sporkle. Here we go. Where are we at, Spanish? Is this a 2 in a row kind of
No,
thing? or-
No, you
beat me.
won,
I
yeah.
had 2, and then
Okay.
you won.
All right, good enough. Carmen is the keeper of Sporkle. Pat Bab is your judge and scorekeeper. Carmen, what are we playing today?
Today, we're going to be playing P-named bands and
I
musicians.
have to pee so bad.
I'm going to give you 2 of their hit songs. You are going to give me the band or musician that has P in the name.
Got
Either
it.
last name of the musician, first name for bands.
Mhm.
Okay?
Mhm.
Your first one. Here we go. Your first one. Roxanne, Message in a
Please.
Bottle. Galvin. Don't Be Cruel,
Press it.
Jailhouse Rock. Mike. Little Red Corvette.
Prince.
Mike. I Kissed a Girl.
Perry.
Galvin. Even Flow.
Pearl Jam.
Jam.
Correct. It's Pearl Jam. Pap Pap.
Michael.
Mm. Listen, because he's a fan, the tie goes to the fan.
Yeah.
Because
Makes
that was
sense.
pretty tight.
Yeah.
That was pretty tight, but I'll allow it.
Thank you,
Okay.
Gal.
Mike gets the point. Your next one. 9 to 5.
Pollock.
Galvin, what did you say, Gio?
I said Pollock,
Okay.
not Parton.
Making sure Mike gets that.
No,
Yeah.
Oh.
You said me.
you said Galvin. I mean,
Oh,
I
I
felt
did?
like I should get it, but you said Galvin.
Oh, then go to the judge. I thought I said Mike.
No, you said Galvin. Then
You said Galvin. I agreed with it.
okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Galvin gets a point.
The make
Even Stevens.
Yeah,
the make
Yep.
Whew. I'll stand by you. Brass in pocket.
Pretenders. Jeez, I was like Chrissy Hine.
Galvin. A whiter shade of pale.
Procol Harum.
Mike.
What?
Every rose has
Poison.
its thorn. Mike. Such great heights. The district sleeps
Postal
alone tonight. Spanish.
Postal Service?
Mhm.
I've never
bunch of
ever heard
mailmen.
of.
They're great.
I've
They're
never
pretty
heard
good.
of them.
Yeah.
Really?
It's
Yeah, it's wild.
Newman is the lead singer.
No.
They're super
Cliff
group.
Clavin on bass.
Not as good as Pollock.
Yeah, that's good.
Speedy Delivery is on drums.
All your favorite posters.
Yeah.
Your next one. Cowboys from Hell,
Pantera.
Galvin, and Pap, we're halfway there.
Gio is not on the board. He has a total of 0. Spanish with 1 point. Galvin and Michael are both tied. They have 5.
All right, we are doing P-named bands and musicians. Your next one, Last Resort,
Papa Roach.
Roach.
Galvin, West End Girls,
Pet Shop Boys.
Mike, Don't Ya, When I Grow Up,
Pussycat Dolls.
Mike, I'm So Excited, Jump,
Pointer Sisters. Thanks, Dad.
Galvin's father's favorite band.
Galvin, Fight the Power,
Public
Bring
Enemy.
Galvin, Mothership Connection, Flashlight,
George Clinton, P-Funk. Parliament of Funkadelic.
P-Funk All-Stars.
Mothership Connection, Flashlight.
George Clinton and the P-Funk All-Stars. Nope.
George Clinton and the Parliament Funkadelic.
Bill Clinton.
Are you?
Parliament of Funkadelic Clintons.
Parliament. That's it.
Just Parliament?
Just Parliament. That is what it has on the paper.
I mean, it's Parliament Funkadelic. It's George Clinton Parliament of Funkadelic, but I mean, anything? Anybody want to
It
help me
says
out?
Parliament.
By the paper.
Now we're going by the paper.
We
Don't
always-
get me started.
No point.
Volume 2.
Addicted to Love, Simply
Palmer.
Irresistible, Mike Calta. I Know You Want Me, Hotel Room Service. I Know You Want Me, Hotel Room Service. Pitbull. I Know You Want Me.
Yeah, now we get it.
Great song. Pretty in Pink, Heartbreak Beat. Pretty in Pink, Heartbreak Beat.
Paisley.
The Psychedelic Furs.
Sorry.
Eh.
No.
Yeah.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Just go.
And Pap, we're on the last three.
Oh, man.
Gio is 0.
0.
0. Spanish has a single point. Michael and Galvin are both
Still
tied
tied.
with 8 points each.
Oof.
All right, here we go.
All right. P named bands and musicians. Last 3. Here we go. Hey there, Delilah.
Plain White Tees.
Oh!
Yeah.
How many,
Yeah.
how many times did you play that song?
Oh, my gosh.
97X.
10
You
million
and
times.
ZD and Big Rig.
Yeah.
All right. Last 2. Still Into You. Misery Business.
Paramore.
I knew that.
Mike Calta. And your last one. Firestarter.
Prodigy.
Breathe.
I am your fire starter. I am your fire starter.
What did you say?
Prodigy.
Okay.
What did you think?
I thought you said prophecy for a second.
Oh, no.
That was a Parliament. Yeah.
Oh, no. I am your fire starter.
Hey there, Delilah.
What's it like when the fire starts? Let's mash it up.
Your final score,
I am your play wine tea. Hey there, Delilah. Let me set you on fire.
Gio and Spanish both with a single point.
Thank you.
Galvin with 8. And Michael is your triumphant champion today. He won with 10.
It's 2 in a row.
That is 2 in a row, Michael.
This guy's coming back.
Come back strong.
Carmen, just so you know, I looked it up. So, Flashlight. No. I'm
Jesus.
just letting you know. Flashlight, 1977, Parliament. Flashlight, 2023, Parliament Funkadelic. Flashlight,
No.
George Clinton, the Parliament Funkadelic. But that's fine. Flashlight, 1977, Parliament.
Again, I don't make these quizzes.
You don't make these.
I don't make
I thought
these.
on this whole time I was under the impression you made these.
When you, Carmen, I just want to point out, when you make the quizzes.
I don't make the quizzes.
Oh, wait.
You
Yeah,
quiz maker, you.
Hmm.
I do not make them. I get them from Sporkle.com.
They are skewed against me, I feel.
They're not. You're just dumb.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
That's kind of mean.
Galvin, what do we have coming up in news?
Coming up in news today, how's your dad? Smart and fat and pompous. Pompous.
All sound like me. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we will do news with Galvin next on 102.5 The Bone. Carmen,
Yes.
I sent you a phone number.
Yes, I have it.
This guy has been calling me up
Mhm.
and leaving me voicemails
Mhm.
trying to get his money.
Wait, what?
His money is stuck somewhere and for some reason he thinks I'm going to help him get it out. Okay? Can we call him so we can hash this out right now?
Yes. Do you know his name?
I don't now.
Okay.
You can say, "Hey, I'm calling from the Mike Calta Show. Will you be willing to go on air?" It's the guy. The phone number is registered to a girl. Maybe
Okay.
try Mr. Crawford.
Mr. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
because her last name is Crawford.
Mm.
Okay. This guy has been Mike, I need you to help me get that money. Mike, I need you to help me get that money. Okay, I want to help. I want a piece of it though. I want
Right.
a 10% vig or
Give it a little
something.
taste.
Yeah. I mean, what am I doing? It'd be different if I owed him money. I don't owe him any money.
Maybe you do. Maybe you don't know.
No, he's saying
Maybe you forgot.
It's stuck somewhere and he needs help. Like if he had a Nigerian accent, I wouldn't even call him back.
He
But
doesn't happen to be a crippled flight that your sister met on a
I
flight.
hope. I certainly hope not. I still can't remember that. Like I feel like maybe I wiped it out of my mind. I don't know. I remember one time my wife, we sat in a row, and she had to sit next to a guy. She sat in the middle, and there was a guy in the corner, and I was like, "You all right? You comfortable?" And she's like, "Yeah." She hates flying, and then I look over, and the guy takes the vomit bag and he opens it up. And I just started laughing. Just nothing makes your flight worse.
See you later.
Any luck, Carmen?
No. So it's not ringing. It's going straight to voicemail.
Mhm.
And he says his name,
He does?
but I can't understand it. It's
Okay.
Carver, Farmer, Farva.
Farva.
Oh, it's not
Something-
Farva.
Oh.
But it sounds like farmer.
Hello, is Carver Farmer there?
Yeah.
All right. Well, maybe we'll try again a little later on in the show.
Yeah, they might be on like do not disturb or
Yeah,
something.
he's not aggressive. He's not bad. Evidently, I hold the key to him getting his money somehow. So I'd like to help him out. All right. A couple of things I want to remind you of, and that is if you want to go to see Conor McGregor fight, and did you see Conor McGregor over the weekend?
I did.
Yeah,
Does not
he's
seem
ready.
like he's training for the fight.
He's training for something.
He was out at 4 a.m. with hot girls making out and dancing and drinking. He
Yeah.
does not seem like a guy who's concerned about fighting Chandler.
I'm not concerned about his wife either.
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean-
I don't know. I assume.
Oh.
Remember that documentary? His wife and his kid, and like the family life and all that stuff.
Oh, I just assumed he was not married
Yeah.
anymore.
And maybe he's not. I don't know.
But I mean, you got to imagine if you're Conor McGregor and you're out in public kissing girls, it's going to end up everywhere.
Listen, I'm not mad at him.
Oh, they may be open, but I remember there was like one interview where he was like, that my wife, she
Yeah.
stuck by my side. She was working 3 jobs while I was putting in the work at the gym. I will always hold her down, this and that.
I will hold her down.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Well, I'll always take care of her
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Like,
Well,
that's my wife.
The way you said it made it sound like assault.
No, the old man, you just don't know what that means.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I know. Well, if you want to go see Conor McGregor hold his wife down, I can't help you. But if you want to see him fight at UFC 303, you can stop by these Bud Light locations. BudLightUFC.com is the website to get a list of locations. You can stop by Iris 31 in West Chase, the Blind Goat in Tampa, the Press Box, and Dale Mabry, Whiskey Wings in Tarpon Springs. There's a whole bunch of them. Go to BudLightUFC.com. You go in there, you scan the QR code, and you are registered to win.
When you mention Conor McGregor, do you start speaking like him? The blind goat?
The Blind Goat. I did get a little tongue-tied on that one.
By the way, this headline from yesterday says Conor McGregor's fiancee, Dee Devlin, filmed in steamy video.
Oh,
Oh.
that's her? Okay.
So
The video I saw was him in the club.
yeah,
and the
that's-
girl was like licking his chest, and he had the phone out and everything.
Conor
Dude.
McGregor has been spotted partying in the early hours, blah, 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 before his return, this and that. Let's see. The 2-time former two-weight champion on the dance floor with his fiance, Dee Devlin.
Oh,
Yeah, so they're not married. They've
well,
been
there you go.
They've been
Oh.
together since 2008.
Is that his baby mama?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
so that's,
she's the one?
right. Yeah. That's what I
She's
was.
the one that he was holding down?
So this is the one that he's been with. They
Okay.
just aren't married yet. Is his fiance, and that's who he was making out with. So all right.
Okay. And that makes I don't know. I was gonna say I don't understand. If you're in a marriage, like Joe, you can help me out with this.
Okay.
If you're in a marriage, you got a kid.
You had a bunch of those, right,
Yeah.
Joe?
I had a few.
What makes you want to get into another one?
Mm.
Like I'm pretty happily married. Like my wife's cool and everything is great. We got great kids and this is like a good plan that we have.
You're happy.
But if I was ever out of this one, there's no way I would do it again.
You don't know, Michael.
No, I
until
do.
You're in that
I
situation.
do know. There's no girl that's going to rope me into getting married again.
Nah, this
Yeah,
is
but-
pretty.
I think you might. I think you might miss having somebody there.
I didn't say I wouldn't have somebody there all the time.
Okay.
I just wouldn't marry the one girl.
All right.
And even if I did, even if my wife and I got divorced and I met a girl later on that I thought maybe she could be the one, I'd go, just live here.
Yeah.
Let's just do it that way.
But some don't like that deal.
Yeah,
They like,
well,
that's
you know,
true.
Some
Yeah,
have to
don't
keep
you
shopping.
say, I don't know, how long were you and your wife engaged for?
That's a good question, Galvin. We got engaged probably a year, maybe.
Yeah, same. We were together and then we got engaged and we're like, all right, a year from now we'll set up the
Took
wedding
some
and do all that
planning,
stuff and
yeah.
everything. I would say if you find the right one, like the next one, you're like, we're gonna be engaged, but listen, the engagement's gonna be 5 years
Oh.
to make sure that everything, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but that
'cause
way,
in 5 years, I can't tell you how I'm going to feel after 5 years.
that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. But that way you're giving yourself enough time where you go, listen, the last one I did 1 year and we got married and that didn't work out. So this one's going to be 5 years, but we are engaged.
Listen, my
But
wife, the kids don't have to go to school right now, so she's not even in the car. So if I talk good about her, it's not even like I'm doing it so she could hear it.
Mm.
I'm happily married. Like I'm not even complaining about it. I'm just saying, if for some reason it ended, I don't think I'd go through all this again.
But don't you
ever.
think the things that you wanted out of a relationship? When were you married? 20 years ago?
22.
22 years. Okay. Aren't those things different than they were today? Than they are today?
No, I think honestly, Joe,
Yeah.
exactly what I always hoped my marriage would be is what I get now.
Okay.
oh man, Joe's
So-
getting married again.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Hey, Joe! Congratulations!
I mean, you're defending it pretty hard. Pretty hard.
No, I'm just
I
offering
know-
a different perspective.
I know this is your sweet 16, but I love your mother.
Yeah.
You already moved in. I love the dogs.
All right.
Your friends all seem great. You're sleeping over, right?
Don't do it, Gal.
What are you saying, Joe? What are you saying that,
Yeah.
that I'm missing out?
No, I'm saying that if something happened, first of all, if you got divorced from your wife, it would be
Right.
different than her dying or,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
you
yeah.
know, her leaving you or something
Right.
like that.
Like
It
if
would
we
be
got
different.
if we said, look, this is not working out anymore, we just got divorced,
Right, and-
which almost happened last time.
Okay, well, I mean, but those are small things,
Yeah.
right? You get through those things pretty easily.
Right.
But if it ever got to that point, you might be bitter for a while, depending on how it ended. But I think
Yeah.
afterwards, you would probably decide, okay, these are the things that I really liked about being married. These are the things I didn't like. Let me see if I can figure it out.
The only thing I could think of, the only person that I think that I could live with after I got divorced, if I just called JoJo and go, hey, can we just split the bills and live together?
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
we're not sexually.
Domestic
just,
partner.
Yeah, we'll sleep in different rooms and stuff, and I'll help you watch the kid every once in a while. I'd like to be around the baby and some other,
I mean, every once in a while, take a peek at it.
I'm not going to say I wasn't looking. I'd look now.
I thought you were gonna say Pete.
I did
The only person I could live with after getting divorced.
By the way, Pete, we celebrated a new anniversary. I went to his house the other day, and it's like 8 years that he lives in his house. Still never been upstairs.
Oh.
Still never even. And everybody's like, you should go see it. It's good. They got like a kitchen up there, and it's nice. I go, yeah.
That's like
beautiful.
Graceland. You don't go upstairs.
yeah,
upstairs.
no,
I've
don't
done
do
it.
it.
By the way, that makes me think Joe's longest relationship, Spanish.
Yeah,
That's true.
That's
We've
true.
been
Yeah.
domestic partners for a
Yeah.
long time.
Yeah.
And no fighting.
We
I
fight
fight
very
yeah.
little. Yeah, we
Not
fight.
really. You
Yeah,
fight
but-
like the old man from the Muppets.
Yeah.
Plus,
Yeah.
that's elder abuse if you
Yeah.
strike him.
Right. Thank you.
I've seen them fight before.
Yeah,
You
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
It gets pretty heated. We're a lot like. I mean, I will say Joe's the first friend I've ever had that when we do fight with each other, it is over in like 10 minutes. One of us is apologizing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how Pete and I knew.
Yeah,
it.
sorry.
Yeah.
I was long story short, there was a guy changing a sign in Starbucks. I didn't know what he was doing. I was behind him, and he came over and banged on the hood of my car. I jumped out of the car and I go, "What's your problem?" He's like, "Don't you see what I'm doing?" I go, "I have no idea what you're doing. I'm not a sign guy. I thought you were in line. I don't know what you were doing."
What?
And he got up in my face, and then he put his hands on me, and I pushed him. I just pushed him away from me, and I was like, "Get out of here!" And I got in my car and I left. Then 5 minutes, the cops pull up. I was like, "It's hilarious." I didn't even speed. I didn't do anything. I didn't run away from the scene. I just drove to go up to my second destination. The cops roll up. And the cop was like, "What happened?" I go, "This old guy got out and started yelling. He put his hands on me and I pushed him away." And he's like, "All right, cool." And I go, "Everything cool?" He goes, "I don't know. She wants to write it up for elder abuse." I was like, "Are you serious?"
What?
I go, "Elder abuse?" I go, whatever. I just laughed at it.
My brother Jeff will remind me so many times of this. He quotes me because we were in Atlanta and I went to get gas and there was a guy putting gas in the things, with the big truck and he had the pylons out there and I went around it and I went through. And he goes, I don't know how it is in Florida. You can't do this. And I go, I don't know how it is in Florida. You know? And he was like, well, and I go, sorry. Gave him one of those. I was like, I didn't know. Sorry. Well, blah, blah, and kept on. And I go, pump that gas, fat boy. You pump that gas. He looked at me like he was so confused. Like he wanted to spray me with the gas. Yeah, but I hit him with the pump that gas, fat boy. Listen, if you say something and I agree with you and apologize, I gave him the hands up. Hey, I'm sorry, you know, don't continue because now you're just being a dick.
Yeah. Also, I have to start doing math now before I hit somebody. So how old are you? All right. I can't hit you, buddy. You got away with this one.
It's got to be below the waist.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
All right, it's 7:22. Let's check in with Galvin. He's got today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Today's news is brought to you by Pelt Shoes. I hope you got in there over Memorial Day weekend, took advantage of all those sales, but I was reminding you about that. I'm reminding you about this. Father's Day is coming up. Sunday, June 16th is Father's Day. Spanish, you were asking about gifts for people. For Father's Day, how about some nice shoes from Pelt Shoes?
I'm in, yeah.
They have a shoe for every man. They have athletic shoes, boating shoes, sandals, work boots, dress shoes, you name it. Pelts has them right there, so you can stop in there. They have 6 locations throughout Pinellas, Sarasota, and Fort Myers. Stop into a Pelts today, and make sure you tell them Galvin sent you.
I need those shoes you wear so your feet don't touch the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah,
grosses me out.
The little slip-on ones.
Little slip-on.
Yeah, they got them. They got them. They'll take care of it.
I watched a guy jump in a lake the other day. Swung off a rope, did a somersault into a lake, and I almost threw up. I was like, "Oh,
how great would it have been just alligator chomp?"
Listen,
before
that's
even
the least
landed.
of my worries. Just touching the bottom of a marshy floor like that. Oh, gross.
Question. We'll go around the room. I'll start with Mike. Can the police lie to you?
100%. 100% yes. Don't even ask anybody else.
Okay. Gio, I'm not going to ask you. This is pretty crazy. Fontana, California, police interrogated Thomas Perez Jr. for about 17 hours. 17 hours, and he even threatened to kill his dog as they accused him of killing his dad. The police falsely claimed that his father was dead, and they had his body, which was at the morgue with a toe tag. Police tried convincing Perez that his mind was playing tricks on him and continuously lied to him so he would give them a false confession. After hours of torture and denying that he killed his dad, Perez eventually confessed. Police were filmed laughing at him as he beat himself over the false accusations. He then tried hanging himself in the interrogation room. Perez's father eventually turned up alive.
Oh.
He had walked to the train station in Fontana and traveled to Los Angeles to visit a relative after getting into an argument with his son. He later went to the airport to fly to Oakland to visit his daughter before police found him. Perez was awarded almost $1 million for the torture he suffered.
That's it?
So I know, right?
Yeah.
So they interrogated him. The guy wasn't even dead. They said they had his father was dead, all this stuff. After they found the father, they still held him. Yeah.
What?
The guy tried to hang himself in the interrogation room.
insane.
All this stuff, that's going on.
Look
And
at
then
him.
he-
He's losing his mind.
Yeah.
Oh, he's ripping his shirt. He punches
Yeah.
himself in the face, does all this stuff. So just so you know, whenever you hear a false confession, whenever they say false confession, who would confess? Who would
Right.
confess to a
Yeah.
crime? A lot of people would. A lot of people would.
Do you
And
know
it's crazy.
why I knew about that thing, the lying thing?
Yeah.
The great Dominic Octavius Ferriello III.
Happy birthday.
One day, the police called me and they left me a message and said, "Hey, would you give us a call back? We have some questions about a situation that doesn't really involve you, but we think you might be able to help us out." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And then I gave the number to Dom and I said, "Hey, do you want to handle this?" And Dom said, "You're not talking to anybody." And I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "They don't even want to talk about me." He goes, "They can tell you they don't want to talk about you and then talk to you." And I was like,
Fishing.
why
They're
would they
fishing.
do that to me?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the thing. I always feel like I've got nothing to hide. I'm pretty transparent about everything on the air. I don't know what else. And I certainly with the police, if I could help you with something, I want to help. But now you got to watch your back. man.
I saw a video the other day. Sorry, Carmen. I saw a video the other day of a police officer had the guy in the back of the car, and he goes, "Listen, just tell me you were selling the drugs." He goes, "If you tell me you're selling them," he goes, "I'll give the cash to your friend, and they can have the cash, whatever, and this, that." And the guy goes, "Come on, man." And he goes, if you tell me you were selling them, you get to keep the cash. I will let your friend have it, this, that, whatever. And the guy goes, what do you want me to say? He goes, I want you to tell me the truth. Tell me you were selling the drugs. The guy goes, and you'll give him the cash? He goes, yeah. He goes, fine, I was selling drugs. And he goes, all right, and put him in the car. And he goes, your friend did not get the cash. And he goes, you lied to me? And he goes, yeah, absolutely, I lied to you.
Yeah, it is legal.
Has anyone seen on Netflix American Nightmare?
No.
So it's a documentary.
Which is that?
It's about the girl. It was right after Gone Girl came out.
Oh, yes. Yes. It's fantastic. Yes.
Yeah, so it was right after Gone Girl came out, and then it was this guy and his girlfriend. The girlfriend got kidnapped. They blamed the boyfriend,
Right.
who called the police, this and that, and then they were basically saying like, you did it.
Right.
Wouldn't let him go.
And it was a crazy story that he told. He said they came in and they were wearing scuba suits, and it was 3 of them, and one talked and the other didn't, and they had laser on their gun sights and all, like this elaborate story.
Right. And they were like, there's no way, this and that. And then the girl ends up showing up, and she tells the same exact story, and the police still don't believe them. They're like, there's no way, you guys are in on this together. The movie Gone Girl came out. This is too similar to that. You're gone girling us.
The police chief said that he was going to get them because they're lying to the police and using all these resources and stuff. Yeah.
You're gone girling us. It's a whole new thing.
Yeah, but totally blamed them, and then they were like dropping the case. They were like, we're not even investigating. We're not looking into this any farther. It was another police station that had a similar situation to this one that found out that what they were doing, and then they investigated it. The FBI got involved, and the FBI was his ex-girlfriend, his ex-fiance's new boyfriend, who was obsessed with her. The boyfriend, ex-fiance, not the girl that he was with. Dude, it was a crazy story. The police did not help them, and then tried to frame them for the whole thing.
Yeah, it was wild.
It took another police station finding out and doing the investigation to find out that there was a Harvard law student with PSD that was doing this to girls.
Yeah.
PTSD.
Yeah, he was former military, and it was wild. It was a whole thing. But also the funny thing about it was the officer was just a female officer. She wasn't a detective or anything,
Right.
but she just kind of was like, this is weird that this, whatever, and like kept on it. Like a lot of people kind of dismissed her, but she kept after it to the point where it wound up getting solved. Luckily for her, because they could have just put it to the side and said, yeah, that's not.
Damn.
But they were going to charge these two for faking a kidnapping that they did not fake at all. And the girl got raped and this and that. It was wild, but it also shows you how corrupt the police are. They just want to get
Well,
they just want to charge somebody.
They're trying to get to the bottom of it. I mean,
The problem with that is a couple things. Is one, they're trying to get a conviction so that the public's not worried about it and stuff, and they have to close cases and do that. But it's also, and there's a lot of great detectives that are solving stuff and doing things, but a lot of times they're trying to make the evidence fit the crime, or the crime fit their evidence, not necessarily the action. They're not looking for the truth. They
get tunnel vision.
Yeah. It's crazy.
When
American Nightmare, definitely watch it. It's on Netflix.
When I lived in Tallahassee, I had a detective come to my door and accuse me of stolen credit card.
Oh.
And he was asking me questions, and I was like, yeah, I knew nothing about it. And he told me that he had me on video. He's like, we have you on video.
Don't you love that when you know that they're lying?
And I go, I've never been there. I don't know what you're talking. I have no idea. There's no stolen credit card. He's like, all right, well, he's like, and he's basically trying to get me to admit. He's like, well, you could admit it now, and we can make this real easy. We'll call your parents. And I was like, sir, I have not been there. I don't have any stolen credit cards. He's like, but okay. He's like, but there is a video. He's like, we're going to be in contact in the next couple of days. Okay. Calls me back like probably a week later. Yeah, just want to let you know that we found the person who had stolen things. There was no video.
No.
But I'm like 23, 24, and there's a detective banging on my door at like 10 o'clock in the morning.
Turns out it was Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
Looking back on it now, you wish you would have been like, oh, really? You have it on video? Then arrest me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he's not going to arrest you.
Yeah, but
they
he's
don't
like,
have it on video. But yeah, at that age and what's going on, you're like, I don't know.
This is the other thing they tell you. And I if I get a knock on my door and it's the cops, I'm like, hey, how you doing? Come in. What can I do for you? The minute they come in, they're looking around. Now you got to be rude to them. You got to be like, I'll come outside and talk to you. You know.
And you could be just woke up, whatever, and they're like, his eyes were bloodshot. And that, it's like all kind of stuff, man. Yeah, it's scary.
And he's like, well, I have you on video, and I'm like, I've never been there ever.
Obviously, a lot of great police and detectives out there, but there are some that's
even those guys.
situation.
That guy is trying to do his job.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
trying to. He thinks it might be you. He's trying to get you to confess. He's not trying to be a corrupt.
Yeah, but
cop,
you can always
know?
answer
Some of them
questions.
are, though.
Always answer questions on the porch. They don't have to come in.
Right.
Yeah,
And the
I let
Ring
him.
doorbell.
I let him come right in. At the
No?
time, like I'm
Yeah, don't-
sure I looked nervous as all hell because
Yeah.
there's a cop at my door at 9:00 in the morning.
On Friday, the TSA and Mo said it screened 2.95 million airline passengers. That is a new record for the most ever on a single day because Memorial Day weekend very busy, obviously. The previous record was 2.919 million was set back in November. So this is a new record. Woo!
You feel safe when you travel?
Somewhat. I got to tell you, I saw a funny bit Chris Rock did the other day. Did you see talking about airlines? He goes, they should have an airline where you don't care. He goes, for people who don't care, he goes, I pay $50 more. He goes, Muslims, half price. But he did the whole thing. It was really funny the way he did it. He goes, that way you don't have to take your shoes off. You don't have to do anything. But then he threw in the Muslims half price and hit it with the Chris Rock, half price. So good.
I'm more scared of turbulence than anything on a plane.
Turbulence has been bad lately.
Oh
There's
man,
been a lot of
you
accidents.
saw the one plane that got all? Do you have that?
No, but I was going to say turbulence, especially on the Boeing planes.
Yeah.
Well done.
No, what happened with the...
Dude, one of the planes had turbulence so bad a bunch of people got injured.
Yeah.
The cart. They said that the cart hit the ceiling and moved across the ceiling and
yeah.
then fell on people. Yeah, like the beverage cart. I was like, that
Jesus.
Yeah.
Spanish, I don't know if you follow the World Economic Forum,
Yeah, I heard
but
it.
they rank the best countries for tourism. So what do you think? I have the top 5 here. Best countries for tourism. What do you think they are?
Greece.
Best countries.
Yeah.
Greece. No, not in the top 5.
Well, that's stupid.
Croatia.
No.
Croatia's kicking lately. Everybody I know is going to Croatia.
Croatian sensation. Tony Kukoc.
The beautiful. The
You-
people are so
beautiful.
beautiful. Yeah.
USA.
God bless America.
Yeah.
America,
And I'm
number
proud
one.
to be an American.
USA.
Free.
It's a remix, Carmen.
I didn't like it.
Okay.
America is number 1. Carmen, can you guess number 2?
New Jersey.
No.
Russia.
Mexico.
Carmen, you were going to go there.
Oh, Spain.
Spain is number 2, then Japan, France, and Australia.
My nephew's in Morocco right now,
Oh.
and he's posting pictures of him looking like Lawrence of Arabia with the stuff on him, riding horses through the desert with his head all wrapped up.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
like, that's got to be such a great experience.
Over there with family or friends or?
Doing a study abroad.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Good.
No studying. There's no studying.
No, but still, hey, listen, you're abroad, you're learning. You're learning stuff. CNBC did a story on misprinted $1 bills where the government accidentally used the same set of serial numbers twice. If you find 2 that match up, they're worth thousands of dollars. It's
Good luck.
It's a $1 bill, yeah. A site called Project 2103B helps connect people finding matching digits.
That's
so,
pretty
you know,
cool.
if you have one and I have one, we're
Yeah.
like, hey, we'll split it and get it together or whatever.
I used to follow on a website called followgeorge.com. Anybody ever see that?
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
where they have
Yeah.
the dollar bill and
And
yeah.
see where it ends up. That was pretty cool for a minute.
Yeah. In NBA playoff action, the Celtics swept the Pacers last night. The Mavericks have a chance to sweep the Timberwolves tonight at 8:30 as they play Game 4 in Dallas. Little Luka magic. In the NHL, the Stars beat the Oilers 5-2 to take a 2-1 series lead there. It was 2-0. The Oilers were winning, and then the Stars came back to score 5 unanswered goals.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is absolutely wild. So tonight you have Game 4, Dallas against the Timberwolves, which I was very surprised. I'm assuming it's going to be Dallas and the Celtics, and Celtics will take it all.
That's what I was
I
saying.
saw Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce.
I saw that.
And they were getting booed at the game.
Well,
Yeah.
Mahomes wasn't.
Mahomes,
Kelsey was.
Kelsey, yeah.
Yeah, Kelsey was also at one of the hockey games, too.
Yeah. They're starting to turn on him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. By the way, I saw a thing. I know we had talked about it, that there's possibly a character that Taylor Swift's going to play in one of the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
I saw where she's allegedly had a meeting with them, and it's like, that's a no-brainer.
I thought it was Deadpool, wasn't it?
Oh, I don't know. Whatever character
Yeah.
it is,
I don't
but I'm
remember.
like, you put her in a Marvel movie,
yeah.
that movie is going to be the top grossing movie of all time with the whole Taylor Swift, what do they call Swifties?
Yeah.
All those people going to see it? Yeah, they'll go nuts for it.
She's rumored to appear in Deadpool,
Oh,
the Deadpool Wolverine movie, which would to me would make the most sense.
Yeah.
Especially if Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds acknowledges that it's
Yeah.
Taylor Swift in the movie.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
that'd be
That'd be
hilarious,
hilarious. Yeah.
Or she does something and he's like, you have a pretty singing voice.
Yeah, like so that's really the perfect movie.
I was watching the Logan origin movie,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and Deadpool's in that. Ryan
Yeah.
Reynolds has it, but it's so
It's a weird.
Is that the
Deadpool.
one where he has the no
they-
mouth
Yeah.
and
they take his mouth off because he talks too much.
Yeah, and he's got those weird like cane from Mortal
Yeah.
Kombat swords coming out of his
Well,
arms.
like, who thought that was a good idea?
I think there's a series of comic books where the character is like that. I believe, like the Weapon X
Yeah.
series.
Yeah.
I think. I don't remember.
So Weapon
correctly.
X is Deadpool.
Well, no, Wolverine's Weapon X, but
Oh.
that's the name of the series, and I believe that's where that's pulled from.
That's weird.
Carmen, you getting hot?
Yeah.
Hearing all this?
the super nerds would have to fill me in, but I think that's what that is.
I saw Logan again the other day and just cried like a baby.
That's
at the
great.
end of it.
That's a
It's
great
so
movie.
good, dude.
Yeah. A woman in Georgia was arrested on Sunday after deputies said she was repeatedly calling 911 for non-emergencies, which of course you can't do. She wanted the officers to do a few different things. She wanted them to tase a raccoon.
Wait.
She wanted an officer to escort her to the dumpster.
Okay, yeah.
And she needed deputies to Google the hours of a restaurant.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Some of those,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Maybe don't call
Yeah.
911.
She's
So-
lonely.
So, like, I would freak out if I called 911 and said something, and then they call you back,
Oh,
and I'm
yeah.
like, oh, they got me.
A couple things. Did you see the little kid that called 911 that wanted a pizza?
No.
So the cops got together and brought him over a pizza. You're teaching him the wrong thing.
Yeah, that's our tax dollars.
Fake take him to jail is
Yeah.
what you do.
Hey, wait.
Take him to
Let him
jail.
eat the pizza first,
Yeah.
then take him to jail.
Yeah.
Shake him. Shake him.
Yeah,
It's crazy. And then also, did you see in Tires with Shane Gillis whenever the kid's talking to somebody, whatever, and Shane hangs up and calls 911?
Oh,
Yeah. He goes, "Ah!"
no.
hangs it up. That's a good prank to do. Today is National what? Today is National Get Ready to Be Hungry. It's food. I can tell you
Steak
that.
day.
No, today is National. You may have had some over Memorial Day weekend.
Hot dog.
I barbecued.
National Hamburger Day.
Ooh, yeah.
You can get a free one at Burger King if you spend 70 cents. So if you order something, whatever, you get a free
What?
burger.
Yeah.
At Wendy's, they're handing out junior bacon cheeseburgers for just a penny.
What?
Oh,
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I love those.
I'll take it.
I would've-
Take $1 and go over there and get
I'm
one.
down.
I would imagine there's a limit, but yeah,
Oh.
$1 for a junior bacon cheeseburger, which, by the way, Wendy's junior bacon cheeseburger.
So good.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Is that the automated?
No,
Wendy's?
Yes, yes,
Wendy's are?
yeah.
Nice. Buffalo.
Hello, Gio. It's nice to see you again.
Welcome
Looks like
back.
you have not been eating vegetables.
Gio, twice in one day. Buffalo Wild Wings is mocking Red Lobster over their bankruptcy with a new bottomless chicken deal.
Not cool.
Every Monday and Wednesday for a limited time, customers can score endless, boneless wings dressed in one of the chain's 26 sauces and seasoning, plus endless fries for $19.99.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a lot of wings.
Yeah.
You need a lot of boneless wings. $19.99 for sure. Speaking of eating too much food and then dying, Morgan Spurlock, the director of the documentary Super Size Me, has died after a battle with cancer.
Yeah.
I saw a guy calling him out on social media saying that he wound up admitting during the filming of Super Size Me he was a full-blown alcoholic.
Oh.
Morgan Spurlock?
Morgan Spurlock, he goes, so that the whole documentary is trash.
Really?
Who knows how much damage he was doing to his body
Yeah.
with the alcohol and all that stuff. And, you
Good
know,
point.
he said, obviously, McDonald's isn't the best for you, but also this guy was a full-blown alcoholic.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's getting his blood levels and all that stuff done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did force them to get rid of supersize.
Yeah.
Like that's why McDonald's
He-
stopped doing that.
Yeah, my wife was like, "Oh, how many people are going to run and say it was the McDonald's that killed him?" I go, "How do you know it wasn't?
Yeah.
How do you know? I mean, if you ate that amount of food every day for a short amount of time, what if he had a pre-existing condition that was exacerbated by
Mhm.
Sure.
his?
Yeah.
You know, I'm not saying it's McDonald's fault. I'm
Mhm.
saying, what if he had something in the reaction to that? We don't know.
Well, he died after a long battle with cancer. Is
right.
what it
But
was.
what
Yeah.
if something in there kicked the cancer? I mean,
Absolutely.
especially chemicals like that. You know.
There's a couple of doctors have been trying to get this information out where their whole push right now is just because something is approved by the FDA doesn't mean that over a lifetime of eating it, you haven't accrued
Safe,
the
yeah.
levels that make it now unsafe.
Sure.
And his thing is that's something that they don't put on the label. He's like, we have all these things on our labels.
Right.
Yeah. And that's a lot of people are like, well, how are you going to put that on? His
Right.
thing is like, you have to let people know, like, if you eat this every day for this amount of time, your percentage of getting this disease goes up.
But the problem with that is you could put danger going to kill you on cheese balls. People are still going to people
For
that
sure.
are eating cheese balls
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
that cheese balls are going to kill them.
As you're eating the cheese balls, you're like, this is so terrible.
Also, they don't have enough data. They don't have it around for a long enough time with these new things that come out. You know, that this is makes it so it's reduced fat or whatever
Yeah.
this.
I don't know if
whatever this-
McGriddles are unhealthy.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. It hasn't been enough
It's
time.
like they remember when they used to put the microplastic beads in our toothpaste,
Yeah.
and they were like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, this is it's
for
to
you.
help. Yeah, it's to help. It'll get stuff off your teeth." And now they're like, "Microplastics are in your body."
Yeah.
You're like,
Did
"Oh
they
yeah,
put them in a toothpaste?
oh
Yeah.
yeah, dude,
Yeah.
yeah,
what about whatchamacallit? Fluoride.
yeah,
Fluoride.
terrible for your body."
Yeah, I mean
Literally
they've done
worse.
Great for your
studies.
teeth.
They've
Yeah.
done
Yeah.
studies of it being in the water and how that
Makes you
area.
dumber.
Yeah, the area, the IQ percentage went down and all the different stuff. Yeah, it's wild.
When you see all the stuff that is allowed by the
Oh,
FDA in the
bro.
US
Oh, yeah.
compared to other countries or like compared to Europe and stuff, it is crazy.
It's embarrassing.
I mean,
yeah,
I've,
it's
I've
wild.
Yeah.
told it before. My drinking Starbucks used to be a Trenta cold brew with heavy cream and one equal.
Yeah.
And then when I realized two countries didn't serve equal, I was like, maybe I shouldn't have equal anymore.
There's so many preservatives and chemicals that
It's
they're
crazy.
like, no way. In the USA, like, all right.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of death, the Grim Reaper has been busy. So Morgan Spurlock died, and then Bill Walton, who led UCLA to 73 consecutive wins and a pair of back-to-back national championships in the early 1970s before becoming a Hall of Famer in his NBA career and one of the biggest stars in basketball broadcasting. He died on Monday after a long battle with cancer. He was 71 years old.
Such a shame. Such a nice guy and
Great on TV.
Great on TV for so long. He's been a part of our lives.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Early weed guy. He was like one of the earliest smoking weed guys in public. You know,
He was a hippie dude for sure.
But
He
most of the time, people were hiding that stuff, and he was like, I'm smoking weed,
went to over 1,000 Grateful Dead shows.
dude. I don't know what it would take for me to get to go to a Grateful Dead show.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm with you on that. Like, I get it. They have their following and they're huge, and they change stuff, and it's just not my style. It's just not my thing.
So not my thing.
And I don't care if you do drugs. I could care less whether you do drugs. I just don't like the people that celebrate it. That whole thing. I'm just like, get out of here. Like,
You
don't
like the
make that
Grateful
your
Dead?
whole life.
But I've gone to see, like, I've seen tribute bands and stuff. at
Even
Skipper's.
worse.
Yeah.
No.
Uncle John's band.
Not even
Not
the
quite
Grateful
the
Dead.
Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
Ungrateful Dead.
Yeah.
I can't. Like, what would bring you there if you don't like the Grateful
Kelly?
Dead?
Kelly brought me there.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, that's what I was trying to say before. Even Strong P wouldn't get me to go see it.
Right. It's cool to see, like, people do hula hoop stuff with fire for, like, that's the first time I
Go to a
saw
circus.
that. Yeah,
At least the circus has better music.
Yeah, and Peanuts, Circus Peanuts, yeah.
Way better than the Grateful Dead. I did see a sexy video of Kelly this weekend.
Nice. Yeah.
Did you see it too?
I did not. I don't think we follow each other. On
I don't know
stuff.
where it was. I don't recall following her either, but it popped up. It was her and some guy, but I think just a friend.
Right.
And she was like, they were at a concert and she was like singing. I was like, oh, damn, she looks sexy.
Yeah. She's. I always thought she was sexy.
That's really when it all went downhill for you.
Oh, you think so? That's
where it started.
That's where it
And
started.
then it took a huge.
Yeah. Recently.
But I gotta say, even though you didn't like it in the beginning when we were talking about it, you seems to have shaken off the monotone Spanish.
Well, I was just in a bad mood.
Full
last
volume
week.
is back.
Yeah, I was in a bad mood last
Why,
week and
is
wasn't
Gio?
sleeping well. No, I just wasn't sleeping well. I didn't feel good, and my parents have been in town for 2 weeks.
If you're low energy, may I suggest a little teaser?
Dude.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Full
I
in
was
on-
in my
full
bag,
in on
yeah.
teaser.
Carmen,
Yeah.
do you feel good about this? You got us all hooked.
Yeah. Listen, you're welcome. But listen, it's all natural.
Yeah.
There's herbs. There's
I'm pulling it right
vitamins.
now,
Yeah,
Carmen.
me too.
Yeah, I'm telling. And yeah, that's the thing. You can do it whenever, wherever. No spitting.
So I was putting one in before I would go running, and you said that you keep yours in. I kept mine in, and I
Yeah.
got to tell you, I feel like it gives me more energy and stuff.
Yeah, and it helps because you don't need for you, especially because you're running out there, you don't need water.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you need water afterwards and stuff like that, but like you don't get like that dry cotton mouth.
Yeah.
Just being outside.
It's good. I
Yeah,
like it.
well,
I like it.
I had
glad you
two,
guys like
and
it.
I was working out with
Wait.
Nick, and I had two in my mouth. It was
not-
too much. Yeah, it was too much. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was doing
Don't
some,
double stack.
I was doing some stuff, and I had to spit mine out. And I was like, I think my heart's 7.
Okay, have you seen
Be
them when you
careful.
take them out of your mouth?
Oh, dude, I do not like how they look.
Right. So I just pulled it out the other day in front of my daughter, and I went, "What is this?" Oh, it was great. It was great.
So Morgan Spurlock, Bill Walton, and then former General Hospital star Johnny Wachter was shot and killed by men who were trying to steal the catalytic converter from his car.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Even going after something good.
guy who was on General Hospital. Well, that you can get a lot of money for the catalytic
Right,
converters.
right,
A lot of
right.
people steal those and stuff. His family says he was shielding a family friend from harm when he was shot.
Yeah, it was
Jeez.
a robbery, and he was
Crazy.
being
Yeah,
he was
being
being
a
a hero.
good guy and
Just let him
everything.
take it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, but geez,
I
that's
don't know. I
unbelievable.
wouldn't even know where the catalytic converter is in my car, let alone try to defend it.
It's underneath. It's connected to the muffler, and you have to have a catalytic converter.
Right. Oh, so if they're underneath the car, you know
Yeah.
what they're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, Medicine Man probably knows.
They get up on there and they steal it fast. It's
I
wild.
saw Medicine Man Friday night, Saigon Kick.
Oh
How's he?
yeah. By the way, he was sitting over near me, and I go, "Oh God." He was talking to my son. My son went with me, and I go, "At any point, you can just go, all right,
Yeah.
Medicine Man, enough."
Yeah,
'Cause
I gotta
he-
go.
My son goes, "At one point, he was showing me a dragon." I go, "Yeah, that sounds about right."
Yeah, Dragon Man.
Grayson Murray's parents said Sunday that their 30-year-old son took his own life just one day after he withdrew from the PGA Tour event. Murray, who was a 2-time PGA Tour winner, spoke in January after winning the Sony Open in Honolulu about turning the corner in his life, his golf, and his battles with alcoholism and mental health. He died Saturday morning.
That's pretty sad.
Only
It was,
30 years
yeah.
old.
30
pro
years old, pro
golfer.
golfer, what, 2 championships?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
think that guy's got it made?
Yeah.
No.
You see, on Friday, everybody was saying that he was probably vaccinated, and that's why he died.
Oh, really?
What?
Yeah, and then you find out that he was anti-vax and hadn't been vaccinated, and he ended up killing himself. But all the comments, all social media was like, "Oh, I bet he's vaccinated. What's going on with these athletes?"
That's crazy.
Well, but I can see where the logic comes from because there has been younger athletes
Right.
who got vaccinated. But yeah, you
now,
can't, you
no
can't,
matter anybody
Right.
dies instantly, the comment section,
yeah,
and
you
social media
can't
filled
go.
with
Oh,
that.
that's what it is for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Did you guys see his speech that he gave?
No.
Like a couple
Yeah.
days before.
No.
It was really sad. I mean, he seemed like he was actually getting ahead of it, but
Well, because
yeah.
he mentioned that he did have suffer from like depression and
Yeah.
stuff and other mental illnesses, but he had a lot of his life work was to help other people
Hmm.
get through it, and he had a lot of fans that had reached out and said his story helped them, this and that, and then a
Yeah.
couple days later he took his own life.
Yeah, they were showing like his last putt, and they were saying that you can see like he just doesn't
yeah.
seem to really care, which
Yeah.
was and
They call it the
and I
vaccine
saw,
putt.
yeah, I saw it was like they were comparing like him playing other holes, and then the last hole was like different. I don't know,
Yeah.
it was kind of weird to see.
Once that stuff gets in your head and you can't shake that voice in there, man, it gets rough, dude.
So even more deaths. This is unbelievable how many deaths there were. Iron Butterfly founder Doug Engel passed away. Also, songwriter Richard Sherman. Do you know Richard Sherman?
Oh,
'Cause you-
Seahawks.
Football player.
You know his music for sure. No, not part of the Seahawks.
Legion of
Richard's-
Boom.
the songwriter whose works include music from Mary Poppins
Ooh.
and It's a Small World After
Oh.
All.
Hey.
It's a small world after
He's the
all.
guy.
Yeah, he's the guy.
Oh, he must
He's
have
the
been
guy.
loaded.
Yeah, right.
Son of a bitch.
Although probably back then they're like, we'll give you a nickel for it. All right, deal. You know?
What was the app that used to go Periscope?
Oh, yeah.
Whenever I take the kids to Disney World, I get on Periscope and I go, "You ready? 3, 2, 1," and I would just start. I go, "Good luck for the rest of the day." Getting that out of your
not
head.
cool.
Yeah, not cool.
Did you see who Eddie Vedder brought up on stage with them?
I did.
They played out at the Bottle Rock Music Festival. He introduced an surprise A-list guest. Was out there at the music festival. Bradley Cooper.
Oh,
He
that's
was
cool.
at the show that I was at in New York.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
is he a big
the
fan?
program show. Yeah, I guess so.
Here's a little bit of Bradley and Eddie. So Bradley starts the song, and then Eddie comes in with harmonies. Take a listen.
Please, will you join me in welcoming to the stage my great pal, Bradley Cooper.
Baby, it's time to let the old ways die. Maybe it's time to let the old ways die. takes a lot to change a man. Hell, it takes a lot to try. Maybe it's time to let the old ways die. Nobody speaks to God these days. Nobody speaks
Sounds good.
to God these days.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. As a straight heterosexual man with children and never doing any gay stuff, Bradley Cooper is sexy as all hell.
Yeah.
In that movie, Star is Born, where he just looks like a dirty old rocker.
Yeah.
He's
Jackson, Maine.
opposite end of George Clooney in the tuxedo, still super sexy, but dirty sexy.
You know what's so funny is that movie has been on recently on HBO. I saw it the other day.
I can't
Star
watch
is
it.
Born. Well,
It's
that's-
sad.
to a point you can. I turned it on. I go, I can't watch past this. It gets too way too
Yeah.
depressing and stuff.
It's so sad.
But the thing I thought about was, there's a lot of good songs by Bradley Cooper on that soundtrack thing.
That heavy song is good.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of good songs on there. And I thought, how cool is that of Bradley Cooper? Nobody knew he could sing or do anything. Puts out all these songs, does this movie, but then never does anything. He's not like, hey, I'm going to sing and I'm going to do this. And then he gets on stage with Eddie Vedder. I go, I'll allow it. Every once in a while, I'll allow it. But he didn't try and start a music career.
I wish he'd make that song die.
By the way, Alibi that's on there is a really good song.
Alibi is a good song.
Yeah. Have you heard this? This is Bradley Cooper singing.
The fact that you're an actor and you're going to sing, and they're like, oh, by the way, you're going to sing with Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
One of the best voices in music.
Yeah. She has a special out on, I think it's HBO.
Yeah.
Her concert thing, whatever. I listen, I like her. I think she's great. I think she does a lot of stuff, but it's also, I'm not in for all the dancing and all the,
I don't
the
need to see it.
choreography and all that stuff.
Meat suit.
Would you go to
there
Lady Gaga or a Grateful Dead? Which one would you go to
Lady
first?
Gaga.
Me too.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah. But there was a good, probably 8 measures of the song where she was just doing this with her neck. Up and down, and all on the stage. Up and down. I'm like, all right, what are we doing? I saw somebody post about Bradley Cooper coming out and singing with Pearl Jam. He goes, what's Bradley Cooper's song called? Bathroom Break? I want to get out of here. Alec Baldwin will have to face trial after all for involuntary manslaughter over the Rush shooting.
Oh boy.
So it's been going back
So
and forth
ridiculous.
and everything. Yeah, it does seem pretty wild, but he's going to have to face trial. So we'll see what happens with all that.
I'm surprised they're not just going to settle and give
Yeah,
their
right?
family a chunk of change.
You would think, yeah.
Like
I mean,
it's-
because nothing's going to, Alec Baldwin being in prison, is that going to help you?
Yeah, it's weird.
But also, somebody needs to be accountable for it. But it doesn't.
That girl was.
Yeah.
That girl's in jail for 3
right?
She got
It's
3
not
years.
him. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. Mike Tyson is allegedly, quote, doing great following a reported health scare the former heavyweight champion had on a flight from Miami to Los Angeles on Sunday. According to a report by In Touch Weekly, Tyson, who is scheduled to face Jake Paul in a boxing match on July 20th, had a medical issue that required paramedics to board the plane upon landing and assist.
You hear what it was?
Well, they say, thankfully, Mr. Tyson is doing great. Tyson's representative said in a statement he became nauseous and
nice.
dizzy due to an ulcer flare-up. 30 minutes before landing, he is appreciative of the medical staff. I'm appreciative.
I have so much fun just doing that voice.
It's
I'm
great.
not saying it's good or it's bad. I just love talking like, I thought my ulcer was killing me.
The rumors that the flight were delayed because of Tyson's medical issues, but that says that they said that was debunked.
We was on time.
Yeah.
We was on time. Just my
Does
belly hurt.
that fight happen?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
100%.
It's going to be sloppy
Yeah.
and it's going to be dumb, and everybody's going to be like, why do we even watch this? But it's happening.
I think they
both
stop
those
it.
guys want the money so bad.
They stopped the fight sometime during half of one of the rounds because Mike Tyson can't handle it. He's having some type
Oh,
of
no,
medical
there's
Oh,
no way.
Yeah,
DQ?
this is like
Yeah,
the
but
start.
DQ?
Yeah.
I'm not saying there won't be a DQ, but I don't think it's going to be that.
I'm looking on the app right now, and Tyson is plus 170.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's the underdog.
Mm-hmm.
He's the underdog against
Jake Paul minus 220.
Wow. So I saw crazy like Fox. Garcia slid into Jake Paul's DMs and said, "Hey, if Tyson's out, I'll fight you."
Dude, that kid he's the best thing in boxing.
Oh.
It's something else, man.
I don't
He's
know what
nuts.
to believe. Yeah, I think he's
There's
nuts.
some major head damage.
I
there.
asked Dr. D to look up the drug that he was on that they tested
Osterine?
for. Yeah. and he looked it up, and it was a performance enhancing drug. It got the water out, but filled the muscles, and it was totally on purpose. You don't get it by accident.
Oh yeah. The other thing, you made me think of something. Conor McGregor was talking about Tyson. He said he saw an interview with Tyson, and he said he came back and he did the exhibition with Roy Jones Jr. Now he's fighting Jake Paul and stuff. And one of the guys asked him, "What do you think Customato would think of this?" Customato, his mentor and his coach and everything, who passed away, and that's really when Tyson kind of went off the deep end and stuff. He goes, "What do you think he would say about you fighting now and fighting after all these years and doing it and stuff?" And Tyson goes, he'd say, "What took you so long?" And I was like, I don't know, man. I still don't know how this is going to go down if this happens. I would take Tyson early for the knockout. If it goes the distance, it's Jake Paul. That's what I think.
I don't know if Tyson has that. I know he can hit the pads. He looks great doing it.
And you'll hear it so many times. One of the last things you lose is your power.
Right.
So, what?
Well, so he still has the power.
He still has that knockout power, and Mike Tyson throws those uppercuts from the floor.
The uppercut, and I'm thinking
he
of the
does
right
that
hook.
where he gets down so low and just comes up, and it's ridiculous. I just watched a fight the other day where Mike Tyson threw 2 punches and won. The first one was just like a setup, and the next one knocked him out, and it was just
that
like,
was most of my high school. Spending $40 on a Tyson pay-per-view that lasted 2 minutes.
Yeah, everybody pull your money together to get it and stuff. Which, by the way, wasn't it hilarious that they used to be $40?
$40, and we had to still pull our money together.
This one's on Netflix.
It's gonna be on Netflix. Yeah, that'll be interesting for sure. So we'll see what happens with that. The Kevin McAllister house from Home Alone is for sale for $5.25 million. It has 5 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, and it's in a suburb of Chicago where
everybody drives by during Christmas. Slows down to take a picture.
Did you guys see the video of the realtor that was he did like a TikTok or a reel showing the inside of the house, and he was like, "This is the kitchen." He's like, "No longer it's been changed," and then everybody was slamming this guy, telling him that the film wasn't even filmed in the house.
It
was on a soundstage, but this guy, this real estate, he's like, "Here's the staircase," and he's saying all this stuff, and none of it was ever in the movie. And so everybody in the comments are just like crapping on this guy. "You liar, you fake, you fraud, scumbag."
Yes.
That's funny.
It was filmed in like a high school.
Really?
Because there's that the movies that made us on Netflix, and one of the episodes is Home Alone, and they show that house was only used for the exterior.
Damn.
But this guy's like, "Here's the staircase. Doesn't look like it did in the movie now."
Carmen?
Yes.
Hit it.
Here we go, Bone Fam. The Bone Bonus. Sponsored by Farah and Farah, Tampa's accident attorneys. FarahandFarah.com. This hour's Bone Bonus keyword is
prize. This hour's keyword is prize. Head to the 1025 The Bone app now and enter prize, PRIZE. Right now, before 15 minutes past the top of the hour, that $1,000 Bone Bonus could be yours.
Yay.
Good luck. John Hughes loved to film around that area, in Chicago.
Yeah.
He's a Chicago guy and stuff. There was somebody who went around and had, it was like still photographs, whatever, and he would put it up in front of the house and show that this is that house and this is that house. Like, that's what he did. From the movie, he would do like a screen grab and then zoom out, and there was the house in the background.
Cool.
And he'd match it up. Yeah, it was pretty cool the way he did it. Have
you been to any famous houses?
No, I don't think so.
I went to
I'm trying to think.
I went to the Full House in San Francisco.
Oh, yeah.
Just drove by it just to see.
That's cool.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
Where was Amityville?
In Long Island or
I
New
was
York.
to say,
Yeah,
were you when you were up there?
I never went there.
No.
I never wanted to see that.
I've seen the Edward Scissorhands house. It's right there. It's right here in Lutz.
Yeah, I have not seen it, but I know it's close by. And there's also I went to the Nightmare on Elm Street house when I was in California.
I was on set for Truman Show, so I was out there in Grayton Beach, which is out near Destin. But that whole area is like that. They're all perfect little pastel houses. The lawn, everything's cut
That's like Edward
perfectly and stuff.
Scissorhands,
Yeah, it's wild.
I've seen the Psycho house.
Yeah.
At Universal Studios?
Yeah.
Not the same. Not the same. I'm talking about the real house.
It's only a third of the size.
Yeah.
It's never shot. It's only shot from far away.
We did drive by the high school from Stranger Things. My kids were very excited about that at the time.
Not as cool as the high school from Varsity Blues.
That is true.
Agreed.
Patricia Richardson, from Home Alone, the wife on there.
Yes.
She wanted to end after 8 seasons, like she was done with it and stuff. So she did an easy way to get him to stop the show. She simply demanded equal pay with Tim Allen. ABC was not willing to pay her the same, so they just canceled the show.
That's funny. Can they just kill her off?
You'd think.
Or she's just never home. Mom got a job.
Well, I guess Tim Allen said about, maybe coming back with a reboot of Home Improvement.
No.
He said everyone was in and all this and that. And she was like, I'm not in.
Yeah.
Nobody asked me about
I want
it.
to see that. I never liked Home Improvement.
I loved it.
Did you really?
It was a
I
great
really
show,
loved it. Yeah.
Home Improvement was all right. It was all right.
I think I was out of that age group at that point.
Probably.
It was like whenever the day that it came out, like Tuesday, Thursday, whatever. It was a family show. You know what I mean? Like me, my dad, and my sister would sit down on the couch after dinner and watch it.
He didn't let the other
together.
girls out to watch the show?
Nope, they were not allowed.
And then the show that he had after that Last Man Standing, which wound up getting canceled, and people lost their mind and they brought it back.
Well, it got canceled because it was too right wing.
Well, but that's all it was. It was hilarious because I would see the previews for it, whatever, and it was like, "Hey, Dad, can I?" Well, you're a woman, so no. And it's like, what? What is this? But people are like, "Yeah, we love that. Do that.
Bring it back."
I wonder how much money Tim Allen made as the voice of Buzz Lightyear.
Dude, he's made so much money. Think about all the different movies and TV shows and the voiceover stuff. Yeah, I'm sure loaded. What do you think?
Yeah, that show is the biggest show on television when it was on.
What do you think Tim Allen is worth?
300 million.
400 million.
Let's see. Tim Allen net worth 2024. How much?
300.
400.
100.
325.
Carmen?
500.
This says right around 110 million.
Really?
Oh, he needs to get back to work.
Yeah.
Wait.
Wild Hog's not doing so well for him.
Oh, wow.
I love Wild Dogs.
So do I. It's a
Great
fantastic
movie.
film.
Oh, Galaxy Quest also very good.
Galaxy Quest
Yes, I forgot about
is
that.
such a good
Very
movie.
underrated.
Yeah.
Sigourney Weaver was
Didn't they
hot.
talk about doing another one of those?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. That would be, I wouldn't mind seeing that.
It's one of my favorite Sam Rockwell roles.
Sam Rockwell is great. You know what I thought the other day? Batman versus Superman was on.
Yeah.
And I really hate Jesse Eisenberg in there.
Awful.
Jesse Eisenberg, great actor, does a lot of good stuff, whatever. But Lex Luthor isn't
He's not
the
the
Riddler.
Joker.
Yeah,
The
the
Riddler.
Joker,
Yeah.
whatever. I thought who would be good in there? Sam Rockwell would have been good.
Yeah.
As Lex Luthor.
100%.
Right?
Yes, dude.
Yeah, I think he'd
The
be
dancing,
solid.
him from that first Charlie's Angels when he's all
Yeah.
like, sad nerd guy, and then he
Right.
turns
And
and
the
he's
reveal.
dancing with the cigarette. I was like, damn.
Oh, when he's in Iron Man?
It's great.
yeah.
Iron
yeah.
Man's great.
Yeah.
So good. The Black Keys have canceled their North American tour. Why? Not selling any tickets.
Really?
Yeah, people say low ticket sales are to blame.
Back to Janice.
Yep, sorry about that.
A lot of people are saying that some of these bands are getting screwed because of the high ticket price.
Yeah.
Like fans don't feel like it's worth 100,
Yeah.
150 bucks to go to
Sure.
the show.
Good point.
So like Jennifer Lopez,
Good point.
she canceled her tour. There's a lot of bands that have been canceling tours because they can't sell enough tickets and they're saying the prices are what's.
Can you believe?
Well, and you're not Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah.
Taylor Swift is one of the biggest artists right now, and all her tickets are like above $1,000.
I'm going to that show.
Right, but I'm just saying. But she's doing it, so all these other artists are like, "Well, she's selling it for $1,000.
Right.
I will too." And
Yeah.
it's like you're not Taylor Swift.
Carmen,
So-
we were talking about earlier when your ego doesn't match what you've done. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly
Yeah.
what it is.
Remember I interviewed that Benson Moon kid a couple of months ago?
Yeah.
I said to him, I go, who do you hope to open for and tour with? He goes, Taylor Swift. And I go, I mean, you guys would crush a stadium because it's all that same age group.
Right.
And he's open for it now. And
really? That's awesome. Wow.
So.
Yeah,
Good
can you
for him.
believe Black Keys have to cancel their tour? Meanwhile, Madonna's putting on shows and forcing them to have no AC, and people
Oh,
are still
And showing
going.
up an hour late.
Yeah,
Who's
like
going
what?
to that though? I
wasn't-
blame you.
Wasn't Black Keys 97X last band that they had for Next Big Thing? Weren't they on it?
I think they were.
At some
I thought it was
point,
Black
yeah.
one
Keys.
of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought
maybe.
just recently over at the Sound. Where are you going to see Taylor? Down in Miami?
Miami, yeah.
Oh, wow. I bet you that's a pricey one.
Yeah, that was not cheap. That was not cheap. That's how much I love my daughter.
Yeah,
is
yeah.
what that is.
Finally, in news, I think that this was a super smart move by Lizzo. Lizzo responded to the South Park parody of her Ozempic alternative that South Park did a whole thing where taking on obesity and taking on all this stuff.
This is great.
And she did a duet, which allegedly is her first time seeing it and reacting to it. But the way she reacts to it, smart on Lizzo. Take a listen, take a look. We have it on Bone TV. It's pretty long, but you'll get the whole gist of it. So this is.
I don't know what this is. I saw that she put this video out, but I didn't see this.
So South Park did an episode about Ozempic and all the different drugs and people doing that to lose weight. And then they have their own version of it, and they call it Lizzo. And so this is Lizzo reacting to it and stuff. So you'll see the scene, and you see Lizzo looking and watching as it goes on. Here we go.
Guys, my worst fear has been actualized. I've been referenced in a South Park episode. I'm so scared. I'm gonna blind do. I'm really that bitch. I'm really that bitch. I really showed the world how to love yourself and not give a f- to the point where these men in Colorado know who the f- I am and put it on their cartoon that's been around for 25 years. I'm really that bitch, and I'll show y'all how to not give a f- and I'm gonna keep on showing you how to not give a f- Oh, Lizzo, bitch.
Which is great, because if she would have gotten mad and tried to sue them or do whatever, people would have been like, yo, you're garbage. But her laughing at it and saying, listen, these guys
That's a compliment. It's a big compliment,
to be parodied on South Park is kind of like back in the day when Weird Al wanted to do your song, you know? Yeah, I mean, that's a huge thing. So smart on her to not be bitchy about it or anything like that. She's like, yeah, that's hilarious.
That's so funny. Good for you, Lizzo. Yeah. Because the last thing I heard from Lizzo is people were hating her, right?
Yeah,
Well,
she was
yeah.
making people eat bananas out of.
Yeah, she was fat shaming her dancers.
Yeah. Well, she's right. There's only one fat queen around here.
Well, there you go. That is it for news.
All right, Calvin, thank you.
Got it.
We must play some commercials. We'll take a quick break. If you want to get through, the phone number is 727-579-1025 or 800-771-1025. Carmen,
Yes.
can we try to call that guy when we come back?
Yeah, of course.
If his money's trapped, I want to help him get it. I don't know why he's calling me for it, but I'll fill you in on that story when we come back. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 1025 The Bone. In fact, Carmen, let's see if we can get that guy to be part of the show.
Okay, let me
Hold on. I'm going to play the voicemail first, okay?
Okay.
This is the newest one. It's not, the audio is terrible, but this is what.
From when?
From
Like yesterday?
Yeah, Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, listen. Hold on.
Does he swear?
No.
Oh gosh.
I don't really think you can understand what he says, but listen.
Hey, Mike Calta, just give me a call. I need to talk to you about how to get this money out of your. Call Cox. I mean, I'm going to talk to them. But they're connected to you. All right, thanks. Bye.
Yeah, all right. Carmen.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see if we can get to the bottom of that. The guy has money trapped somewhere, I think, and he wants me to get it. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
It sounded a little bit like he said, get the money out of your account.
You ain't getting that money
And
out of
then
my
it said
account, I can
something
tell you
about
that.
Cox.
Get the money from Cox if you want.
All right.
You
Well,
can get
Cox
it from me.
Radio.
Oh.
Yeah.
Geo, take it easy.
Do what you did.
Did he say you're connected?
I don't know.
At the end, it sounded like something about you being connected.
Oh.
I'm not connected.
Like, is there a connected guy?
I'm not
All
a
right.
made man.
You got to
He's,
wet your beak, Michael.
He's one of us.
This thing of ours.
Yeah.
I got no connections. Anything, Carmen?
I'm leaving a voicemail right now.
You're leaving a voicemail?
Yes.
No. We'll just call back.
Okay.
You see in tires when he's leaving a voicemail for his dad.
Well, because it's not
He deletes
ringing,
it.
I don't think he can get. It doesn't like he probably has like scam turned off. So if he doesn't have our number saved, it's not gonna ring through. You know what I mean? So I need him to call me.
Mm.
Is what I'm trying to get.
All right, you want to try and call back?
Yeah.
All right, try and call back. There's money to be had.
All right.
I'll get it.
Right.
I'll find it for him. Just need to figure out what the hell he's talking about.
Maybe it's his crypto money.
Do you think he left money under your son's marijuana?
I don't think it's that guy.
I can go out there and look.
No,
Michael,
no,
if you
no.
want. Okay.
No. I don't think they're unrelated situations.
Never know.
All right.
Just voicemail, Carmen. What are you getting?
Yeah. Same.
All right. First, I thought he might be that guy that called the other day on your phone, Spanish Carlos.
Yeah.
Oh.
Might have
My
second
sweet lover?
thoughts. Yeah,
Calling
second
back for a
thoughts
date.
about, what's going on.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
mind
what
a date.
money is he talking about?
I don't know. I don't know what this guy is.
Well, maybe he won like the bone bonus and he thinks that you're in charge of like
Oh.
giving it to him. Maybe. I don't know.
Oh,
No, that makes sense, Carmen. People are dumb.
people
Yeah.
are dumb.
Yeah. So
They are, in
they're
fact, dumb.
but how did he get your number?
Well, it's to call my work number.
Oh,
call-
okay. It's
I
like
call my
connected to.
cell.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Did you leave a message?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay.
Well, I turned it off because I didn't want
No,
to
that's fine.
give out the number.
Yeah. All right.
Right.
Good.
Mhm.
All right, Carmen. Thank you, and let me know if there's something we need to get to.
I got you. I got you.
I'm warning you before I read this story.
Okay.
There's some language in here that may be offensive to a lot of people.
Okay.
You're right, Carmen?
I'm offended.
Well, you may not be
Cancel.
on this one.
Does this have anything to do with sharks?
Oh no, but speaking of shark, how did your show go on Saturday?
It was good. It was good.
This is similar to that.
Ah.
It's about gay guys.
Oh,
Wait.
Right.
I thought it was
Why?
What?
something else.
No, tell me about your show.
Oh, we
Let's get real.
the
Is that what it's called?
excuse me, my tease is coming out of my mouth. Yeah, let's get real. We talked about purpose and death and God. God specifically, yeah.
People are complaining to me now.
What did they say? What do you got?
Like I don't take that as like the show shouldn't go on and complain. People like to complain about it because I complain about it, so then
Yeah.
they come to me about it. Like
Right.
we're gonna have a discussion.
Oh,
I'm not interested in talking.
you don't
about
want
it.
to you don't want to talk to them about it?
I'd rather just hate it personally.
So this week coming up is a big one, right?
This is
Because
the
this will
over
be
under.
4.
Yeah.
Before, yeah,
That was the over under, right?
yeah.
Enjoy the last episode.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
But if you took the under 4 or less, would be it was so if you have 4, if it goes 5, then that's the over.
Right. Take the under.
Yeah, take the under. Or
How did it go?
over.
Did you get a lot of phone calls?
No, but I kind of figured we weren't going to get a lot of phone calls when you talk about God.
So it's just you two boring asses talking back and forth to each other. Hey, by the
Which
way,
God?
did you just say
Well,
you didn't get any? You didn't expect to get phone calls and talking about God?
Yeah.
I'll blow this phone line up and you start talking about God.
Well, yeah, if you want to, I mean, there's a little difference between the morning of, the morning and then a Saturday from noon to 2 talking about God.
Oh, I got you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
Plus, it was Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
People are out celebrating.
Party.
So,
I
yeah.
mean, remembering. Sorry, Gio.
Now, do you feel like you're forced to listen to the show, Joe?
What? No.
He doesn't even listen to this show.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I did not listen to the
What?
show this weekend. I was busy moving things.
Yeah, I did not listen to the show this weekend either
Right.
because I don't like Shark's face.
I've
okay.
never listened to the show. I'm just gonna let
I
you
know.
know.
I know that.
Shark's got to stop putting out video of him before he looks like a weird old man, and it's turning me off to the show.
No, the worst is when
He used to be sexy. What happened to him?
I don't know, but then when like the photos that you guys will send him, and then I have to see him, and I can't stop thinking of those
Oh,
people.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just screenshot his stupid videos.
Oh, dude, it's really funny. It makes me
He
laugh.
looks like a wispy old man now.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
He's
No, I don't
he's
know.
wispy.
I've maintained my youth. How could he? How come he can't?
How old did you say Shark is? Mid-50s?
I don't
Shark
even know.
is 53, I would guess.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
I just turned 55.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I don't know.
He's your boyfriend.
I would have
is.
thought he's a few years older than
Yeah.
us, right?
I think.
I
it's
think.
56.
I don't really know. I have no idea.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
what
you're
I've
the same
heard.
age as us.
Huh? I don't know.
Well, so what do you guys? You guys show prep?
A little bit. Yeah, a little
Do you guys
bit.
talk about our reaction to the show still?
No.
He has
no.
not listened to that.
No, I don't think
That's
so.
a
No.
good lesson.
Yeah.
Don't listen to the haters.
That's yeah.
All right. We are haters.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think so.
Oh no, we are
Constructive criticizers.
full on haters.
Yeah, it's constructive criticize.
Okay, so you go on the show on Saturday, and how does it start? What do you?
Well, we started talking about purpose and like how.
What does he
people-
think his purpose is?
That's a great question. To help people, I think, because that's how I think we're both
Well,
in
who's
that
he
boat. Want to
helping?
help people.
Who are you helping?
Anybody who needs help.
That's-
Wait, why?
What is, he ain't helping anybody. He's annoying people.
Well, maybe some people he's annoying. Some people he might be helping. I don't
Who
know.
are you helping?
Anybody who needs help who doesn't really want to get to rock bottom.
Oh, so you're
Just
just
looking
here to
for a
be
way
that
out.
guy?
Yeah, like for instance, somebody
You're
called
that
in.
bitch? Like Lizzo?
Yeah. There was
I'm really that bitch.
There was a guy that called in that he hates himself because he doesn't know
For
how
loving
to
you?
stop drinking.
Sorry. The show would be so much better if I was on it. I'm just letting you know. Listen, ego schmigo, it would be better if I
No,
was on it.
that got me. I'm not gonna lie.
If you two were trying to be serious and Mike and I were just on the other side of the table making fun of you two, that would be the greatest show.
I'd watch that show, yeah.
Yeah, so then like the guy like that would he hates himself for he can't stop going to ABC to get booze. So you just
How does
you know
that go? I can't.
nah, he just anytime he gets stressed out, he always turns to the bottle, and I was like, I get it, you know what I mean. But the best thing is if you're calling us, then obviously you want to change.
What is the help that you gave him? Like what did you tell him?
I told him to give himself some grace. You can't just quitting overnight is usually not how anybody does it. You know what I mean? Especially if you're dependent on it.
I would have told him next time you feel that way, work out.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what we said. You got to
replace it.
You got to change the way you think about booze and specifically yourself. Because if you hate yourself,
right? Because you know why? If that guy every time he wanted to drink went and worked out, he'd be in phenomenal shape. He'd be banging so many broads.
What if he what if he drank and then worked out?
No.
I'm just saying you fit them both in. Best of both worlds.
Once you start getting some attention from the ladies and stuff, and you're like, "Hey, this is pretty good. I like this." There you go. Solved. Who's next?
You can't take her out for a drink anymore.
Then I mean, well, that's what I was telling you. You got to find your balance. So if you still want to drink, you got to get to a place where you don't hate yourself so much that you're running from everything with booze.
Or you could just replace you drinking with them drinking off of your abs.
Yeah.
Body shot, lady.
Yeah. Bam.
Right?
Shot.
Then another guy called and he was with this woman for 15 years and he loved her tremendously. They loved each other, but she got sick and it wasn't a terminal illness, but it was something that she's gonna have to deal with for the rest of her life.
Like
and
a colostomy bag.
He didn't know what to do. He wanted to leave her because he felt like his savings that he had accrued throughout his life were going to be burnt dry. Because of her.
Oh, gotta get out.
Well, that's the thing.
No, he doesn't love her.
Well, I was like, if my thing to him was, you definitely don't have to make a decision today on the phone. Maybe just take some time because he's getting a lot of outside input. Yeah, a lot of outside guilt from other people that he wasn't dealing well with it.
If you're not willing to spend your money on your loved one, you don't love them.
Right, exactly.
Well,
and not that that's a bad thing. Maybe they're just not in that situation, whatever. But yeah.
So he thought my friends are all telling me to get out.
Yep.
Maybe I should call these two guys on the radio. Tell me to stay.
Well, believe it or not, we got some listeners. If you heard the show, you can call in. Good morning. You're on the air.
Hey guys, love your show as always.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, at first he came on and he was like, it's a men's only show, and so I mean, there are women that would like to talk about their significant others and stuff like that. But,
sure.
It just they need advice from you, I think.
Was it good? Did you enjoy it?
No.
All right, there you go.
Thank you for your honesty.
It's not for men only, by the way, man.
Well, then stop selling it that way.
It's not how we're selling it. It's a platform for men to talk, but it's not just for men.
So women can't talk? You're saying women should just shut up, not show their emotions?
Man,
well, that I agree.
Your own platform. Wow.
Bro culture.
There was another guy on hold who said he actually enjoyed the show and related to you guys, but he dropped off.
Yeah.
Probably
Just
went to the liquor store. By the way, these people that are calling, this is on the show, so it's not like Spanish is, saying stuff out of turn or anything like that. They called in, so it's not like people are calling you personally and saying this in Spanish. It's like, this one dude can't stop drinking.
Carmen?
Yeah.
If the guy calls back, let me know immediately.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I'm keeping an eye out for the number, so.
So this is where I gave you the warning about the language.
All right.
Pope Francis, a very progressive pope. Pope Francis shocks bishops by allegedly saying that gay men should not be admitted to church seminaries. Why, Galvin?
Because they'll want to diddle kids.
He's been a progressive pope. He's all loving the gays. God loves everybody, blah, blah, blah.
But he's
right, they can get married.
He's putting them in the same as pedophiles, where he thinks all gay men are pedophiles.
Wrong. Spanish?
He is not allowing gay men in the seminary because they cannot be married in the eyes of the church.
Incorrect. Gio?
They're already overloaded with gay men in the seminary. No room.
Nailed it.
Oh. Damn it. I thought it was
Quote.
because they were going to drink all the semen.
Oh, no.
No.
It's a seminary.
Yeah.
That's
I can see how that'd be a concern.
Oh no, we are out of this.
These are concerns, dude.
Pope Francis shocks bishops by allegedly saying gay men should not be admitted to church seminaries because there's already too much faggery.
Oh,
my God.
Wowza.
Is that a word?
Is that? Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. He said, "Frogiagine," which translates to, and then they write F star 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 RY. Faggery, not or it was faggotry was too long. I don't think it fit.
What about Fanucci?
Well, Fanucci. Do you know the origin of Fanuccio?
I don't.
I think it's isn't it a plant?
It's
like Skadal.
it's Vinocchia. One of those a fennel.
Yeah,
Fennel,
yeah.
and because fennel was sweet, they say Fanucci.
Right.
Okay.
Fanucci.
Well, that makes
Isn't it
sense.
that happy? Doesn't that mean happy?
What?
Fag?
No, fag
No, that means a
is
cigarette in
a
Europe.
cigarette. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're thinking of gay. Gay means
Yeah,
happy.
gay.
So in the Urban Dictionary, and I'm quoting now, it says it is faggery. It is known to men as higher level of gayness, a higher level in its class. Instead of saying high class fag, you could say, "quote You are faggery, McFag face."
I don't think that's appropriate.
Yeah.
That was Urban Dictionary. I was quoting.
Pope Francis held a closed-door meeting at an Episcopal conference at the Vatican and said that homosexual men should not be allowed into colleges to train for the priesthood. The bishops at the meeting were reportedly taken back by the language the 87-year-old used to make the statement, the derogatory word "vagine," which roughly translates to faggery, I think.
They're shocked by an 87-year-old's language on the subject.
Well,
Get
I mean,
outta
he's a
here.
guy who I don't think he is. It's weird because he's wrong.
Yeah.
But also, I think he's trying to be right. Like he's there's too much already. So
It's too
met the
much.
quota.
slow it down.
Take it easy.
I don't think he doesn't love the gays. I think that he is worried about the whole priest and the kid thing, and in his eyes, if you let more of the gays in, that's when that happens. But the truth is that it's not
Maybe
necessarily.
that'll stop it from happening
Yeah.
because they could just be with
There's a
you.
big
you
difference
know?
between being gay and being a pedophile.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
So I don't know, but he's got some potty mouth on him. Man.
I still think they should allow priests to get married and nuns to get married. That blows my mind.
Or allow them to have relationships.
Yeah,
Let
like
them do relations.
Why are we? That's like a huge
But
part of life.
only to other priests and nuns, right? That'd be good.
That seems
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah, that does seem fair.
God, like we both agree, God's still number one.
Yeah,
but also
but-
check this out.
I thought you meant priests could only be with priests and nuns could only be
That's
with
well,
nuns.
there are female priests now.
Yeah.
Spanish.
Yeah, it's
Get
true.
with the
It's
There's a
church.
lot of fragine over there.
Machine.
Don't do
There's
your mind games.
there's a picture here of this room that has a bunch of the bishops in there. They all have the little red hats, and he's sitting at the dais in the center around it. And can you imagine when he was like, "Is it too much of a fragine?" And everybody in there went, "What did he just say?"
Why?
All the little red hats went.
Maybe it's being lost in translation.
Yeah.
That's what he claims.
Oh, really?
Yes, he claims that it was a translation error, and that's
Yeah.
not what he meant to say. But
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Como se dice queer?
Who knows? He might have a little.
Yeah.
You know.
Maybe he was
Why
talking
not?
about himself.
Yeah.
You know.
You know?
I don't know. I had a friend who was a priest who died last year who was gay,
Oh.
and he was a priest in my high school. Never messed with any of
Yeah.
the kids. Never did anything. He said I kept everything separate. My life, in that way was separate. Then they didn't have to know I was gay.
Didn't he try and kiss one of your friends?
No, that's Father Quigley.
Oh, okay.
That's Father
A different
Quigley.
one. Okay.
Yeah, Father Quigley, who still would call this priest and ask him for blessings and stuff. And I asked him, I said, "Do you think he was gay? And that's why he was such a bad alcoholic, because he was trying to hold it down." And he was like, "No, I just think he was a really bad alcoholic. And when he got drunk, he just did whatever he wanted to do." I said, "Oh, that's sad that he was he was a guy." Father Quigley looked like Francis from Pee Wee Herman's movie, and he was a masked wrestler before he was a priest. That's the absolute truth. And then he kissed
Like the principal from Billy Madison.
Yeah.
but that's the absolute truth. And then he tried to kiss Mike
Man.
Rinaldi on the mouth.
He should have called our sad or day show. Maybe we could have helped him.
And my boss has said too much of a protein inside of my. I don't know. I don't. I tried to remember to tune in this weekend, but my days were all off.
Yeah, I
Because I was
want to
fishing.
believe you, but I don't believe that.
No, I kind of wanted to hear. I wanted to hate listen to it.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
If I'm being honest.
Yeah,
I wanted to hate.
you could have
listen to it.
contributed to the God conversation because I was talking about how when you grow up Catholic, you just have a strong disdain for all of it.
I don't. I have a
Oh.
strong disdain for most of the people who were there, but not for God itself.
Yeah, I didn't like God for long. A buddy of mine died when we were like 15 in a car accident. After that, I was like, I hate it all.
You hate God?
Yeah,
Is
I
your
did.
friend's an
I was mad
irresponsible
at him.
driver?
He was a passenger.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. It's all right. It's
He
all
was
right.
called home.
Yeah, that's what they said. That's what they said and all that. And at his funeral, and I was like, that's the most trash thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, or the other excuses. We don't know why God does what he does.
Yeah, this
Because he
plan.
doesn't exist.
What if you get to heaven, you pass away and you get to heaven years from now, and your friend's up there and he goes, oh, yeah, God needed me. I did all this stuff.
Maybe.
Would you go, oh, okay.
I would. Thank you for saying years from now. I appreciate it. He said, I didn't go to heaven.
Just so you know, I meant 3.
Okay. Whatever. Still, I appreciate it.
The plural is still good.
Yeah. So that's why I hated the Catholic Church, and I grew up not liking God, and then I had to make my own peace with him. So
I don't hate the Catholic Church. It just things that I got older and I started thinking, well, Moses wasn't 300 years old.
But not only,
It's the pageantry that you like about the Catholics.
but it's not
you
though,
know?
because like the fact that they make
They
kids
throw the water on you.
Yeah, but they make children sit through Stations of the Cross, where you're literally 7, 8 years old learning about a guy being brutally murdered. And
It's the basis
crucified.
of their whole religion.
But you can do that without showing them photos and pictures and him getting stabbed in the ribs. Like,
and
you
you're
don't
the
have to
kid
do
that wouldn't go see a PG-13 movie without your parents' permission.
I don't mind PG-13, but it's like you're God or Jesus. They make you a fan of him, and then they're like, and then by the way,
Well, that
and by the
instills
way,
the fear.
It's
Yeah.
your fault we killed him.
yeah.
You'd never cut it in the seminary.
Okay, I have a question. Does
Yeah.
this mean anything to you? Let me finish.
Okay. That sounds eerily. Is that a hotline? No, I got nothing.
Thank you for calling the Pope.
No, that is the Stations of the Cross. They used to make us watch slideshows.
Yeah.
And whenever there was a beep, you'd have to click the button to change the slide.
I do
But the
remember
music
that.
would go, and it would stop and go, beep, and you have to click the button.
See, we didn't have the music. They would make us watch the slides, and then our sister Joan was her name would talk about them.
I had one.
And then we would go from there to Mass, and then at the end of Mass, they would have the priest then, because they would have all the Stations of the Cross on the wall.
Go
Then-
and act them out.
Yeah, and then the priest would tell you about him, and he'd go into even more detail about, the spear entered him because he hadn't eaten in days. The only thing that came out of him was water and blood, and
And then at the end, he's like, okay, kids, go to lunch.
yeah,
We'll see you guys after
yeah,
lunch.
100%. And I think like I said, like it's that stuff that I'm like, why are we doing this to
It was a
children?
little weird.
Yeah, it's a lot of guilt. Yeah,
I
Joey,
felt
it's a
bad
lot of guilt.
'cause,
Yeah,
the Italians are the ones who killed Jesus.
That's
Yeah.
The Jews made us do it, but
Yeah.
It's not that crazy.
well,
Yeah.
I mean, I think
free
it was-
Barabbas. You know what I mean?
So I'm putting that out there.
Yeah.
For giving us a bad
not on
rap.
purpose.
Yeah.
Not on purpose.
Yeah. I'm like, I was envious because Shark said he had never read the Bible. And I was like, I've had to read the Bible a couple of times. cover
Shark
to
has
cover.
never read the Bible?
Yeah. I was like, what? Greatest story ever told? You're not going to read it?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Oh, lucky. I felt
Too busy listening to AWOL Nation.
So, yeah.
You guys
yeah.
should invite Jesse Cage on the show.
Cage Wise is for everybody. No drinking on the show.
Joe,
Yes, Michael.
when is the Sweet 16?
This Saturday, and
Where will you be? on
I
Saturday?
will be.
No, I know where you're going to be.
Yeah.
Where is he going to be?
I'm
That's
probably going to spend the night somewhere. I don't know where yet, but I don't want to.
not
What
here.
time should we be
Yeah.
there, Joe?
You can be there whenever you like.
No.
Calvin.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't know me.
Yeah. Joe,
And now a special secret guest surprise.
Yeah.
Calvin, everybody.
Joe literally looked at me last week, or it might have been even this weekend, and he goes, "We're doing the Sweet 16 on Saturday," and I was like, "Yeah," and he goes, "You might not want to sleep here." You know, I was like,
Joe,
"All right."
Is it all nighter?
Joe,
Yeah.
would you be upset
Hmm.
if, without your knowledge, I sent a male dancer?
Would I be upset?
Oh my God! Don't
No.
do
Just knock
that.
Hello.
No, I would not.
For Joe?
No, for Sweet
not-
16.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I
For
mean,
pants.
if it's like a PG version, maybe I don't.
I don't think they do
God,
that, man.
Joe,
No, they-
don't you understand that would get you murdered?
You think so?
Yeah, you can't have that.
Okay. All right.
So
I
all the
guess-
teenage girls are sleeping over.
No, not all of the teen. What do you want? A guest
Just
list?
like 4 or
Gio?
5 of them.
Step off.
All right.
Oh,
Don't worry.
this is an '80s dance movie.
Yeah. Are they sleeping
Some
in your
girls,
bed,
there will
Spanish?
be some girls.
I'm locking my room, man.
Some young
What do you
lady.
have in your mouth?
Teaser.
Pizza.
What do you have? What
He's
do you
got
do?
too
You got,
many.
Too many.
tobacco?
Too many.
Look
Yeah,
at you.
You can't just keep
We
stuffing
told
them
you
in.
one at a time.
No, he doesn't take one out before he puts another one in. So he's like at 3 deep.
Yeah. Don't judge. I don't
Tuesday?
judge you
You look
guys.
like a
Two's a
baseball
teaser?
player.
I got teasers everywhere.
Three's a teaser?
Three's a teaser. I may go 4. I got upper jaw area.
You're doing it all wrong, man.
Yeah, you can't have
just
them in all
need one.
quadrants.
I'm not gonna lie. You made me laugh, and I almost inhaled this teaser packet. into
I would
my
just
lungs.
watch you choke on your cherry flavored teaser
It's delicious.
until the life left your face.
It's cherry chill. It's so
you
good.
like the cherry one?
Yeah.
I haven't tried it yet.
Can you tell I'm all amped up?
Yeah, I'm stuck on wintergreen, man.
I can't stop putting my golf size creamsicle in my mouth.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think we got to find new verbiage.
I
for
chew
that.
them up and
delicious.
swallow them.
No, don't do that,
What?
Gio.
There's
You're
no-
not getting sick.
Listen, there's no directions.
I just I sprinkle them on my eggs.
That's good too. That's good too.
Don't do that.
Oh man,
I'm enjoying them.
yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
Spanish is enjoying them way too much.
Yeah. I was doing. You do a little peppermint and the cherry at the same time. Yeah.
Okay,
Mix and
okay.
match,
Cross
yeah.
pollination.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
it.
It's good. It's good.
I like it a
you
lot.
got the big old fat lip.
Little wintergreen and tropical. It's delicious.
You keep it up top or down bottom?
I do down bottoms.
Oh, he's
I'm
a
a
power bottom all
I'm a
day.
bottom.
Yeah, right.
I
I'm
do
a bottom
I do
bitch, yeah.
top right.
You do
I do top right, yeah.
No,
I'm bottom left.
Yeah, I'm bottom right. I've always been a bottom bitch.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
snatch it up.
Pope won't
For
like
I
you.
will snatch it up.
Save it for Saturday. What are you guys doing this Saturday?
I don't know yet.
How
I
often?
don't know
How
yet.
far out do you start planning?
Usually Friday.
Hey, man.
Well, that's the
Man.
teenage party.
It is.
Well,
But he's-
it's during-
Oh, see if you
yeah.
can stay at Sharks.
No,
Yeah.
no,
And
no.
then ride into the show
No,
together.
no. I'm gonna see if I could stay at my girl's place down in Sarasota.
My
the girl.
girl.
The girl that I'm seeing.
My
yeah, the girl that I'm
girl is
seeing.
what you said.
Oh.
It just came out like that.
My-
Yeah,
okay.
maybe that was a Freudian slip.
I love you.
girl.
Oh God, I love you so much.
You want to get married?
Who you want to get married and have children?
Just as a joke, put this ring on.
You have a girl in Sarasota that you might do the overnight with?
I might. Yeah, I might. I don't know.
Have you guys
Have
done the
you-
SCX?
No, not yet. That's why I want to.
Oh, all right. Spanish is back, baby.
Yeah.
Teaser's got them all wired up.
It's too many. It's too many. Too many teasers.
He's going to come in all sad on Monday. What happened? She listened. It's over.
down.
Elliot Page is out.
It's not that one. It's
Oh.
not that one. Yeah.
That poor lady.
She's out. Yeah.
She's
that
not
poor
talking
guy.
to him
Yeah,
ever again.
She will never look me in the face again. Yeah.
I'm surprised she showed up. That's
Yeah.
on her.
Well, she wanted to show up to,
Yeah.
probably. What do they say? Give me a piece
Did
of
she
her
show you
mind.
she had no sense of humor?
I mean, maybe, or maybe she was just emotionally hurt.
I gotta tell you, showing up takes balls.
Yeah. Not cool, man.
Yeah.
But that was good.
No.
But yeah.
So you're still with the other girl?
Yeah.
Have you seen her?
What do you mean?
know.
We've
Yeah,
seen
I've showed you.
I don't think I've seen her.
I showed you a photo.
Yeah.
Can you remind me?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. I'll show you guys.
You send it to the group?
No.
Oh, really?
Oh, come on.
Why?
No way.
Why can't we have
You
a
know only
picture?
good things come out of that.
No way. No way.
You don't have to be nervous about this one, Spanish.
First reaction, Galvin, when you look at it.
Okay.
Oof.
Yeah, that's a girl.
Oh, me.
That's a lady.
Let me see. Oh, yeah.
She looks like a little bit of a young Alanis Morissette.
Oh, yeah, she's
Maybe.
cute. I love that little puppy.
Yeah. She's very sweet. Very, very.
All right.
She seems too good for you.
Wait, she might be.
Why?
Is that her
Like
puppy?
too wholesome.
Yeah. We hung out. I had Middle Eastern food the other day. It was delicious.
She's tall.
No, she's 5'4". Perfect. Yeah.
So
Okay.
a little taller than you.
Little taller than me. Yeah.
So the answer is yes.
yeah. Sorry, I misunderstood the question.
Is anybody coming to Side Splitters tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to cry with you guys.
Oh no, I'm out now.
What? I thought that's what we're doing. We're not doing that. We're not doing
Nah,
that.
I don't.
Just commented it tonight.
What?
Sorry, I just heard an alarm. I don't know. My ringer's off, but yeah, my phone's making noise. I don't know how that works.
Just a reminder, you may not realize because today is Tuesday because we're off Monday.
Yeah,
Don't
today
forget
is
Dom,
Tuesday.
Dom is coming up.
Yeah. Dom's coming at the top of the hour.
I thought maybe that was the reminder that was going off.
Oh no, it was Medicine Man just left me a voicemail, and somebody else left me a voicemail. So Carmen, maybe we could try to call that guy one more time, real quick.
Yep, I got you.
All right, because wouldn't it be nice if he called back? Medicine Man has a weird elephantitis of the hands. Like I shook his hand the other day, and it was way too big for his wrist.
Whatever that.
And they're
going
hard and like callousy.
Yeah.
Edema.
Like he walks on them.
Yeah.
He does. He has hands like he walks around on his hand.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Like a monster from an 80s movie.
It's kind of like burnt sausages.
Yeah.
Like a burnt, like a burnt bratwurst.
About to burst.
Yeah.
When they get really hot.
He's just got like 5 of them.
Rippers.
I made some cheese-filled brats yesterday.
Oh,
Johnsonville?
Hot
Glazzies?
dogs, hamburgers. No, all straight Publix.
Mhm.
Hot dogs, hamburgers, turkey. The goddamn 2 turkey dogs for my wife because she can't eat hot dogs like everybody else.
What?
I made dogs yesterday, Michael.
You did?
Oh,
Are they
yeah.
rolling?
They were rolling,
Mine
baby.
were rolling. Mine were rolling too. Yeah, it was good. Nice little barbecue food. Any luck?
No,
Oh.
it's still going straight to voicemail.
All right,
No
listen, we
answer.
got to clear the phone lines anyway because Dom's going to join us at the top of the hour. If you want to talk to Ask the Dom, 727-579-1025 or 800-771-1025 are the phone numbers. Where are you going? You don't have school. I can't even get on the microphone. Take your time. We're only doing a radio show. What's it now?
Yeah, my car cleaned.
Oh, is that what got you up so early?
Yeah.
It's. Do you know what time it is? It's 8:40. I mean 8:49.
Do you know what time it is?
It's 8:49. You didn't wake up yesterday until like 2:30.
Yeah, I know.
So to get you up this early is something crazy must be going on.
I have to move my car.
All right, you're very emotional. It's good to talk.
I'm tired.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm tired.
You're tired.
Yeah.
Okay. Me too. Let's take a nap. What would it get? No, forget it. All right, let's take a break. Dom will join us at the top of the hour. Get on the phone lines now if you got a question for Ask the Dom. He's up next. It's Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Dom, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, Mike. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Summer has started, and they didn't receive Dom this morning at camp because we got there too early. So in studio with me is Ask the Dom 2. So just heads up on that.
What they wouldn't take him at camp?
Yeah, I got there early and like, well, what do you do? I said, well, I got to get to the radio station. You know, I stuff just because you guys start at 9 doesn't mean I have to. I said, we got a prestigious morning show here.
Yeah.
What happens tomorrow? I got to be at court at 8:30. So tomorrow's going to be interesting. The girls are in Nashville, Tennessee. Gabby is recording some songs that she wrote up there. So it's just me and the booze for a few days. So I said, listen, I can't be sitting around here waiting for you guys to get going. Hire some more counselors. So at any rate, that's how the morning started.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, what kind of camp is he going to?
Well, he's got multiple. They do sports camps. This week he's in robotics and pyrotechnics and explosions.
That doesn't sound like a children's camp.
Well, he's in advance. He's in advance. But they build things and then they attack and then they blow up. So it's a robotics camp to start, and then next week it's soccer, and then the week after he's at Jesuit for lacrosse and UT for he's got like 10 weeks of slated things to do.
That must be nice, man. Remember when you were a kid and your biggest thing was, where am I going to go to camp? What am I going to do? Like I missed that. I missed that altogether. All right, let's get to the phone calls. If you want to get through to Dom, 727-579-1025 or 800-771-1025. Good morning, you're on with Ask Dom. What do you got?
Good morning. I have there was a condo unit that was put in next door to my house, and the realtors have accidentally put my information on as owner. When they pulled the market listing, I'm now getting phone calls from other realtors, from investors, based upon them actually putting my phone number out there. Wondering if there's any recourse.
Yeah, give them the right number.
I don't have a right number.
The folks, the folks that own it, the realtors or whatever, give them their number and then let them know of the error so they can correct it on their website or the MLS listing or what have you.
I've done that already, and I'm still getting phone calls.
All right, well then.
They told me that it was all taken care of, and.
Well, did you do it when you say you did it? How did you do it? Did you do it in writing? Did you send them a certified letter? Or you send them in a text? You just leave it a message? Are you talking to somebody?
I called and actually spoke to the broker, let them know what was going on. They had accidentally put it on 4 different listings that they have.
Oh, man.
They said everything's been corrected.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Well, I'm not sure what it sounds like, well, what's his recourse? His recourse ultimately would be a cease and desist letter, but I mean, they did that. I mean, they made a mistake. They corrected it, but if it's still out there and someone calls the wrong number, say, hey, yeah, this was a wrong listing posting. Here's a number to the right broker. I appreciate you don't call me back and just call them. I mean,
what a pain in the ass, though.
It's an inconvenience.
Phone calls.
It's an inconvenience, but I mean, what you can do is for the next week or two, just leave a voicemail, saying that. Don't answer calls unless you recognize the number, and then the folks will listen to it and it'll go there. I mean, I don't know what else he's looking for. I mean, he's looking for a discount on property. I don't know what. I mean, it's not worth a lawsuit or any type of monetary compensation,
which I'm sure is what he was looking for.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if that's something that it's a mistake. These folks don't want to give this guy's number out because they're in business that they want people to call them. So it's not like they did it intentionally. But it's a unique situation.
All right, let's go. Let's move on to the next call. Good morning, your own Ask Dom. What do you got?
Hey, I had a question for Dom. I live in a mobile home park, and I live directly across from. They have basically an above-ground sewer that's supposed to be treated. It's been overflowing several times. I've even tried to call 8 on your side. It's got to be. Can I find somebody to look in to do something about this?
Well, is this a city or county? Where are you living?
Hillsborough County in Sefner, Florida.
Well, yeah. I mean, first of all, for something along those lines, if you're not getting assist from the city water department or waste management department, this is an issue that you go right to your county commissioner on. This is a lot of people always seem to forget. During the year or every other year, every 4 years, there's an election. And when you have, as a citizen, these type of problems that are supposed to be handled by a government entity, and it's not, you need to contact your local representative. So whoever I know Mike Owen is East County. I'm not quite sure if that's going to cover where you are there in Sefner. I don't know offhand which county commissioner is yours, but just look up the information, and I'd report that to your elected officials, and then that's their job to get on it to help things like this in the community.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Good luck to you, buddy.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Good morning, your own Ask Dom. What do you got?
Hi, is it me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I was arrested for a DUI, and I was wondering, should I be getting a lawyer and when I go to court?
Yes.
100%.
Yes?
Yes, absolutely. Now, go ahead.
No, I already have a careless driving on my record.
Well, careless driving is a civil infraction. That's that's 316-1925 in the code. The DUI is a first-degree misdemeanor at 316.193. So the careless is is just like a traffic ticket. The DUI is it's a traffic offense that's based on the criminal statutes. So it's a criminal traffic offense. So if you've never had a criminal issue before, you might be entitled to certain programs and certain opportunities, and depending on what the facts are, what county you're in. So you definitely need to retain the services of. Can you afford the services of a lawyer? That's the next question. A private attorney.
Right. So I'll have to afford it, right?
No, you don't have to. I mean, if you don't have the money to retain the services of a lawyer, the court will appoint one for you. That's what the public defender's office is for. It's a constitutional right to be represented by counsel. So you have a Sixth Amendment right to be represented by, but you have to qualify. So the judge will ask you, are you employed? Do you have kids? What are you making? And there's a certain threshold standard that the court will determine. You just can't say, well, I don't feel like paying the money. You have to qualify for it.
Right. So even if I blew into the breathalyzer and was determined to be above the limit, I still have recourse?
Absolutely. Yeah. But what county is the charge in?
In Pinellas.
Yeah, absolutely. Pinellas has some programs just like Hillsborough County does, where you have reduction-based programs, even if you blew over the legal limit. Now, there might have been something wrong with the stop. So, for example, if they stopped you unlawfully, then perhaps everything that happened afterwards is what's called fruit of the poisonous tree. That evidence is not admissible if there was some unfounded violation or a violation of your Fourth Amendment, unlawful search and seizure that stopped you in the first place. So
don't forget a Scribner's error.
Yes, yeah, throwing a lot of legal stuff at everybody today. But the end result is, yes, you want to talk with a lawyer. If you want to email me at askthedom.com, we handle cases in Pinellas County, and at least have a conversation with the office first and then make a decision. But you've got 10 days from the date of the DUI arrest to either retain the services of a lawyer, let the court know you're fighting the ticket, the citation, the charge, and to notify the DMV that you want to have either a formal review hearing or you want to waive your right to that and get what's called a hardship driver's permit.
Right. And what does that cost about? What is the average for a private attorney?
Well, it's going to depend on your case and your situation. Why don't you just call the office afterwards and you guys could figure it out from there on?
That's true, but I mean, on average for my office is about $5,000.
Yeah. $5,000?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
On average.
So, askthedom.com.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Perfect.
Good luck,
Thank
Pumpkin.
you.
Hey, and slow down the drinking, will you?
Allegedly.
Oh my gosh! It wasn't that. It was that. You know why they stopped me? Because I only have one good front brake. So whenever I hit the brake, the car goes to the left.
Well, you got to get new brakes.
I know, but that's the reason why I was stopped. And then at that point, they saw that I was a little groggy.
No, don't make any stop. No. Well, stop with the brakes. Don't get because a lot of law enforcement, a lot of people listen to the show. I don't want you. You also have a Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. So I don't want to
get you in any bad heat. All right, so call the office number is 813-251-5550 or askthedom.com. Good luck, Pumpkin.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, but I feel bad for her now. I was making a joke, but now I feel bad that she was, poor thing.
Well, we want to help people, and I really appreciate them calling into the show, but I don't want them to harm their case inadvertently.
Themselves.
I want to protect. But I always answer the question. So on average, sometimes it's a little less than $5,000. Sometimes it's a little more. Depends on the factors, Mike. But on average, when you call my office, now every other attorney might be different, but on average, my office, that's the number to answer her question.
Okay, good. That's good to know. All right. Good morning. You're on with Acid Dom. What do you got?
Yeah, I have a question about HOA. Moved into a neighborhood in Lakeland, and before, when I first moved in, you could have vinyl fence up. Now they're trying to say it has to be wrought iron around the whole house, only 4.5 feet tall.
Well, when
they're changing that.
Is there a change in the bylaws? Is there a meeting on this? Is it per unit?
It's per. There's a new another company took it over because the neighborhood's still under being built, so it got switched over to a bigger corporation to be in charge of the HOA. But then they're the one that said, "Hey, it has to be this." And now they're trying to.
So for folks listening, are you upset because the HOA is having an assessment per owner, and you have to pay? Okay, how much is the assessment per owner? More.
$1,000.
Yeah. Okay. So you moved in. It was going to be one thing. You've been there now. They said, okay, we're going to do something different. And is this in force? Can you go and oppose that?
Yeah, it's being enforced. They're trying to back charge.
Well, just be careful. Something's beeping, so I don't want you to get a run over. Sounds like something's backing up on you.
Yeah, it's
all right. Just don't get injured live on the air. So has it been contested, or is it something you guys can assemble a group together and go and have an objection at the meetings?
That's gonna be we're gonna have to do that.
Well, go do that. That's what you got. You have voices. You can go to the meeting. There's a vote. You can. I don't know if it's the board that votes how your HOA does it, or if it's going to be a certain percentage of the residents. But yeah, if you get together your posse, for lack of a better phrase, and say that we don't want the wrought iron, go back to the plastic or what have you, then exercise your rights as a homeowner. Follow the rules of Robert's procedure, Robert's orders of procedure, and there you go.
Dom, good luck. Thank you. Dom, you're good at being a lawyer and not that great at doing radio yet. The best thing that would happen is that guy got smashed live on the air. Backed up right into him.
I mean, I don't. Well, it was kind of annoying, but at the same time, folks call from where they work. So, I want to encourage them to call from all locations, but you got some people with the windows down or people screaming in the background. And I'm sure that beeping was driving everyone crazy. So I didn't want to sidetrack the conversation, but at the same time, I wanted to make notice of it that, hey, if you happen to get injured, you know
to call.
Call.
All right, let me grab a couple more phone calls. Good morning. I want to ask Dom, what do you got? Good morning. Goodbye. Good morning. I want to ask Dom, what do you got? Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Go ahead. What do you got?
Yes, sir. I was visiting my
First of all, clear your throat. Back off the phone a little and start over. There you go.
Okay. I was visiting my mother this weekend and lived in a mobile home park down here. And we took the boat out, and on the way back in, as we were packing stuff back in off the boat, the ramp, I guess for lack of better terms, gave out. There's like a ramp that goes up to the edge of the wooden dock, and as I stepped off with the cooler, my leg sunk to the knee, down, I should say. And it's a small HOA, but I don't know if there's anything I can do as far as, because I've had to miss work today, and I have a bad back already. I just don't know if it's worth pursuing or what I should do about that.
Well, what's the injury to your leg?
I just kind of sprained my knee. Really, it's kind of swollen today, but I'm having more trouble with my back this morning than anything.
Well, you can contact and this is not at a state park or
no, sir.
This is a
private. Yeah, it's a private mobile home park, but it is managed by an HOA as well.
Yes, you can contact the HOA because the majority of them will have premise liability insurance coverage. So even if, again, it doesn't sound like it's your fault in the sense if the ramp gave way, but a lot of these insurance policies have what's called med pay coverage, medical payments coverage. Even if liability is in question, and I don't think it is here with how you explain the incident, sometimes they have just a simple medical payments policy coverage. $1,000, sometimes 500, 5,000, 10,000. It's nothing crazy, but it's enough for anybody that's on the property lawfully that happens to get injured can make a claim for medical bills and expenses under the MedPay policy. Now, that's not in every case. It's not in every policy, but it's in enough that I want to mention it here in response to your question.
Okay. Yeah, I do actually work for an HOA, but not that one. But like I said, the dirt was just eroding away from the edge after we got out, and I took some pictures of it, but there's like a foot where I stepped. You can see the footprint where I sunk completely down in there, and my buddy thought I was just joking and took a picture and was laughing, of course, and I was like, look, I don't know if I can get out of here, but yeah, I just wanted to make sure that if there's anything that, did arise from that I did have some, repercussions for it.
Well, that's the answer. I don't know what's going to come of it. If you're not happy with the HOA's response, Christina Lund is an attorney in the network that does property rights, real estate law in that apparatus is HOA claims.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, bud. Good luck. And for those people who didn't get through today, you can give the office a call, 813-251-5550, or you can always go to the website, askthedom.com. What do you got coming up on the show tomorrow?
Mothers Against Drunk Driving representatives are going to be in. I've had them on the show before. They have a current program that they work in conjunction with law enforcement here in our community called Ride Like Mad, where they do with the sheriff's office, a lot of police departments, and they're on bikes. You ride for a certain period of time, and it goes towards the charity or the awareness for Mothers Against Drunk Driving. And so you might see a lot of law enforcement. You might see a lot of people on the roads bicycling in the next couple of weeks, and that's going to be for the program. You also can do it from home. You can log in, and then you can record so many miles, and then you can get gift bags and gift baskets and different things. So it's a great program, and we've been promoting it for a few years on my show. So that'll be for tomorrow night.
All right. If you want to check it out, you can check out Ask Dom right here on 102.5 The Bone. And again, you can call the office if you need him, 813-251-5550. Dom, thanks. Appreciate the help for our listeners today.
Absolutely. I hope everyone had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. Happy Memorial Day holiday again to everybody.
And a happy belated birthday to you.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Yes, Saturday was a great weekend because it usually falls around Memorial Day, so it's usually a birthday and a holiday weekend to start the summer. But I hope you guys stayed safe, and Carmen looks very good this morning. It's always good to see you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Does she? I haven't seen her. I don't.
She's so sweet. Yeah, and I got Sammy with me, the dog. Because I didn't have time this morning to get everything situated, so Carmen's been rubbing Sammy. I got Booze hanging out here. Yeah, we're just it's summer, Mike. We're out of our norm, but that's okay.
I understand. All right, Dom. Thanks. I appreciate it. We got to take a quick break. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Now, Gio, I have a question for you.
Oh.
The junk jockeys are here right now, removing junk from my home.
Yes.
Once again, what's wrong?
Whoa, are you removing
Were you doing it?
Yeah, I was helping move some of the stuff.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Wow.
My question to you is, what is your relation to the junk jockeys?
My brother-in-law's.
And you like those guys?
Yeah.
But why didn't you invite them on the cruise instead of Todd?
Yeah.
Like, why can't they go on the cruise? I like those guys.
They would love to go. Todd was the one that actively wanted to go. Like, I didn't ask him to go.
He came to you.
He said, I'm going to book to go on the Calta cruise.
I got you.
That's how it went down.
I'm just saying. I vote for the junk jockeys.
Yeah. But they would love to go.
Okay.
They're all in.
All right. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Morning, Mike. How you doing?
Good, sir. What's happening?
Nothing, guys. Obviously, I listen to everyone. I was just curious. This is a Joe question. Obviously, things are moving, pretty fast for him with this new girl, and I'm wondering, would you think, or does he think that if they did get married, because he really hasn't said he had. I know he said he didn't want to before he met her, but now it's kind of like he might do it again. Third time's a charm, I think.
Right.
And would Spanish move out? Would that be kind of weird that, I know that they love each other, they've, been friends for, forever. But I'm saying, like, would the new one.
You don't think it's weird now? You don't think it's weird now that he already lives there while they all live there together?
Right.
Oh, well, 100%. But he was also there before.
He was grandfathered in.
Before. Yeah, 100%. I think it's because, she's helping with the bills, and you're moving all these people in. I don't know how big his house is, but do you think that he's going to move out? I mean, or is she going to give him an ultimatum? She's not doing it now.
Listen, if I'm
Once
Spanish,
she gets married, things change.
If I'm Spanish, I will look to move to get out. I want to get out of the house. And if I'm Sugar Pants, I want less Spanish in my home. So yes, Joe, what say you?
Well, I don't really know where the question was. I mean, are you asking me if I would tell Spanish to leave? What's your question?
Well, what if she gave you an ultimatum? Like, what if she said, right now she's not going to because she's playing nice. But what if, I mean, I'm telling you, man.
I don't know what kind of women you're used to dating, sir. But, I mean, she's been very honest, and she has also told me she does not want him to leave, but.
But that's just to get in.
You're saying it could change. Maybe that's the case. But I've told Spanish I've told him from the very beginning. I said, if you leave, I want you to leave because you want to leave, not because
you get kicked out.
You're not getting kicked out. So yeah, it's not going to get any weirder than it is now.
Maybe she's only telling you what you want to hear to get in.
That's what I mean.
Once
To
she's
get the
in,
ring.
yeah,
Right,
once she's in there established, then she's got a little more leverage. She's like, listen, this guy's got to go.
Well,
you can ask anybody that has gotten married before, where everything was perfect, and then it could be now, 2 years, 5 years. Listen, Spanish has got to go.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I'm just saying, then what?
All right. And then what do you mean then what?
Like, what's going to happen? You're married. You're not going to probably get a divorce. Obviously, you brought the house into the relationship, so that's yours. But then what? Now you're going to, now you're going to have to be less sugar or more Spanish.
I'm not really worried about it, sir, but thank you.
I'm going to have to join the traveling circus, sir. That's
you know.
gonna be the only option.
Yeah.
Thank
and
you
he
for.
has no problem getting a divorce. Obviously.
Thank you,
poor
Carmen.
Joe.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a difficult conversation that's going to be had, and it's just kind of lingering off in the distance.
You think so?
Yeah.
Huh? Well, he was going to get married at one point. He was going to move out when
Oh,
he
you
got
were gonna
married.
be-
Why'd you bring that up?
Yeah, man, that
I'm just
didn't end
saying.
well.
I'm not. Listen, things
No?
happen. Things change. I'm not mad about it.
I always thought the assumption was if he got married, you would move out.
Yeah.
It's my house. It's Galvin's house, actually.
Yeah.
I would have to check that out with Galvin.
Mike Calta Show, good morning. Ooh, we got a call from the future.
Yeah.
Do you hear that whistle?
Oh, man.
Yes.
Mike Calta Show, hello.
Hey, what's up, Mike Calta? I had a pretty rough day.
Did you have a good time at Saigon Kick?
Yeah, I had a good time at Saigon Kick.
Who did you see there?
I met a lot of people out there that I know. But I met you guys, too.
Hey, sir, your
Yeah,
hero.
me, Pete, and Galvin and Sonia. And
Put
I
the
met a lot
phone
of
by your
people.
mouth so we can understand what you're saying. You're talking in the side of the
Oh,
phone.
I should be eating when I'm talking anyway, but yeah, I met you guys. Of course, you, Galvin, Pete, his son, and a whole lot of other people out there.
Did you see Big Rig?
Yeah.
Did you see Jesse Cage?
Yep.
Yep, me too.
He's bald as a cue ball.
He is bald as a cue ball. Very good, medicine man.
Why is he having a bad day?
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Who's having a bad day?
Medicine man said he's having a rough day.
Yeah.
Well, he always
I
has a rough day. I don't even hear.
I had to go to a medical emergency yesterday at Advent.
Why?
Why? Very violent stomach virus.
Oh, it doesn't
Oh,
sound good.
norovirus. I had that.
Make some fart noises.
No,
now.
I picked it up from being on the damn trolley Friday, heading from Tarpon Springs to Cleveland Street, and they picked up a bunch of smelly homeless people by the Shepherd Center in Tarpon Springs and sunk the bus up. It smelled like somebody underwear meets bananas.
You picked up a trolley to take you downtown?
Yeah, I took a trolley. So I had to meet Chris because Chris works down in St. Pete.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't keep up with your life. You're a confusing lifestyle. And
I
the
mean, it
fact that.
stunk that damn trolley, man. It got me sick.
All right. Well, look.
And I had to go for all kinds of stuff at the hospital. I got a CAT scan. I got EKG, a chest X-ray, COVID test.
What'd they say? At 72 years old.
IV. No, I just got a very very nasty stomach virus, and then I'm taking medicine for nausea feeling too. And I can't be far from my house because
I have a feeling
I
this is
gotta
the
be near
beginning
my
of the
toilet.
end. This is the beginning of the
Yeah,
end,
that's
medicine man.
horrible.
It's all downhill from
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I know. It sucks. I mean, it nailed me, whatever it is. It was some kind of contagious stomach virus I got.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, look, I wish you the best.
I hope I get over this thing.
You probably
I'm
not.
having a very crappy day.
You'll probably die.
Very crappy. I
Do we get it? Get it? All right.
Yeah, my toilet's
Carmen,
going to crawl out of the house like the scene from SpongeBob SquarePants.
can you hang
Put
up
me out
on
of my
him?
misery.
'Cause my phone thing isn't working.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye, medicine man. Jesus Christ. I don't know. I guess they're having problems with everything because my phone remote thing keeps shutting off. So I can't use it.
Oh, it's here.
Yeah.
AI taking over.
That's fine.
Game over, man.
I'm not afraid of AI.
No?
Not in this job. No. No,
Well,
what's it going to do?
Imitate your personality.
How?
And your voice.
All of the stuff you have on social media and the internet.
If you went by my social media and my internet, they'd be like, hey, how you doing? I love my kids.
Nah, I don't think so.
You'd be
But
the most boring
also,
guy.
you know what the great thing that we have going for I'm unpredictable.
Oh.
Right?
That's right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And
Sure.
now here's today's meow, meow, meow.
I don't think
You don't know what
AI
I'm gonna
could
do.
be worse at my job than me.
He burned himself.
Oh.
He burned himself.
Carmen, are there other phone calls? Do you want to grab them? I can't see what's going on.
No, there's not. There's the one that you picked up that wasn't there.
Okay.
And you just put it on hold.
All right.
You didn't hang up on that, so I'll do it.
Carmen, I got your text.
You did?
Just the Just the B one.
Gotcha. Okay, I'll put it in.
Thank
It helps with timing.
Putting it in the B1, huh?
B1 in.
Right in the B1. What's happening? All right.
I don't know what else to do. I don't even know if anybody's listening to the show anymore.
Oh,
I don't know what's
We're
going
definitely
on.
live on YouTube, Michael.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
Thank
just
God.
letting you know.
I do want to remind everybody that we have the Calta Cruise coming up.
Yes.
And I know it seems like it's far away, but it'll be here before you know it. And it's brought to you by Stingray Chevrolet. Now, my friend Steve Hurley and the folks at Stingray Chevrolet have made it easy for you to win your way onto the Calta Cruise. All you need to do is stop by the big store on I-4, exit 22 in Plant City, and you go in there and scan the QR code there, and boom, you're on the way. You don't even have to talk to anybody. You don't have to like anybody. You don't have to try to buy a car. You don't have to, you just walk in, scan it, and leave. And you're automatically entered into the contest to win a trip for two on Calta Cruise 18. So it couldn't be easier.
Make it easy.
Very excited about this one. Got Robert Kelly going. Might have other surprise guests coming. And we'll be doing live shows.
Todd can't wait to go.
Todd's out. Todd's on the list.
Oh.
Todd's on the BANNED list.
He feels it's unfair that he's on the list.
Well, tell him to take it up with the appeals court.
Would he like to see the video?
Yeah.
He is yet to call into the show to try and defend himself.
Yeah.
If he did that, I think that would make more sense because I would immediately ask him to defend himself against eating Spanish's ice cream.
Yeah.
I think he feels like the ice cream was a bit of an overreaction.
On his part, I agree. He should
Wait a minute.
out. Yeah.
Who eats somebody else's ice cream?
He took his
ever?
own spoon and double dipped into Spanish's ice cream, and he thinks that we overreacted to that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
In
You
what-
know who else did that to Spanish?
Yeah.
Who?
That's right. Say
Yep.
Hoppy.
it. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hoppy
Hoppy
touched
did
your
that to
food?
Oh, dude.
Really?
We were at a remote,
Yeah.
and I bought ice cream and I was eating it and I set it down to go live to do my minute read. And as I was doing it, I look up and he's got his spoon dipping into my ice cream. He's like,
Didn't even ask
"What?
you?
I thought it was, nah. He's
But
like,
what
I
did he
thought it was
say?
for everybody. I was like,
All right.
oh,
Thought it was
yeah.
for everybody.
Right. Right.
So Todd pulled a Hoppy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen,
Let him know.
Same caliber.
I will
Hoppy.
explain that that he's now grouped into that level.
Yeah.
Now
He
it makes
is-
more sense.
He's in the Hoppy level of
Ice cream eating.
oh my god,
And
and
then-
education.
And then to ask what kind of ice cream is red ice cream.
Man, we've been drinking all day. What do you want to
But-
do?
I mean,
We drink since 9 o'clock in the morning. And it's 10 o'clock at night.
I should have
No
known
excuse.
it was going to be bad when we pulled up and you guys were in the parking lot and I felt bad. I couldn't join you in for beers.
We were tailgating.
Yeah, I felt bad. I couldn't join in, man.
Hoppy said he thought it was for everybody.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah. And he was serious.
and it wasn't like a pint.
Nah.
It wasn't like a carton.
Uh-uh.
No.
It
This-
was a
yeah.
cup of ice cream.
From a food truck.
right.
Yeah.
That had already
But-
been eaten.
I was eating it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's the same with on the cruise. It was
Yeah, a little
a
tiny,
cup,
yeah.
a little thing. It wasn't like a table.
Yeah, we all know what dessert is. Like, we all know how it comes. You know what I mean? It's not like... Yeah.
No one else was surprised by that.
Gross.
That was so funny.
That is so gross.
Thanks, Todd. The memory lives on forever.
Toppy.
Toppy.
Red cream.
Red cream. Red cream.